Go.
Last time on this fucking shit, Master Grommelgrimp was like, you should go help out these guys do shit. I'm like, alright, who is actually good to listen to? Who's not? Only two of them, actually. Quill and Vex, the rest I don't care for. I think there was a call, and I think there was a Druckle guy. And our introductions were pretty long-winded, to say the least. And Druckle tried to and successfully stole the flag from me. I think he must die now, but that's okay. He also tried to steal a warg, I think, but then Warg Master Jimmy was on top of that too, so he didn't get to do it. And then we talked about pigs, probably as a replacement. So we went to the farm for our mission to get slaves alive. Hard, I think, considering. And we traveled there and thought it'd be a good idea to do a night raid. But sometimes the best plans fall apart by one grubby little hands. Because Draco decided to just... What were the words he used? Yeehaw? While riding a donkey? Loudly. Very, very loudly. So, everyone in the farm was informed of our arrival, and we had to rush over to help, I suppose. And he almost died. He did have a a donkey hoof print on his face now, permanently. I hope that teaches him a lesson. And yeah, I guess we had to run away. Quill called the retreat order because that donkey was. I wish that donkey was part of the horde. Not gonna lie, I should have brought that donkey corpse to Master Gromogrim and get it like resurrected. I'm sure it'll do better than what Draco did. And there was some sappy shit I didn't really listen to. On our way back, something about family. I'm already dead, so I don't care. And we go back to the camp, and I'm not looking forward to telling them we failed because there was some donkey boy flailing around. And that's it.
Okay.
Good job, man. Good job.
Thank you.
So,
I approve.
as you guys needing a long rest after your excursion out of the failed farm rest, you guys return back ways away from the farm, a few hours minimum as you flee, making sure you guys safe. Set up camp and rest away till about midday, considering it was a night raid. So it's about noon when you guys finally awaken, rested and healed, ready to go.
Rathnos sits reading his book.
You're not there yet, Resnath. I have to introduce you.
Okay.
So,
no, I was just gonna say as they got back, he just like.
They haven't returned to camp yet, actually.
Ah, okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
Not like war camp.
Yeah, they're not war camp. They made a camp, like a fire camp.
Ah,
Yeah.
sorry, my bad.
As you guys are setting up with your camps, going to gather, you look over at your tired-looking cowboy who's still kind of rubbing the horseshoe scar on his head, like, "Oh man, that was woo-wee!" I'll tell you what, I'm just gonna sit the next one out. I think, is there two of all of you guys? I don't know what's going on. I'll tell you what though, I'm gonna head back to the camp and maybe get this checked out. I'll be
Can
back.
you sit out on life too?
Damn! And that is why he's my minion.
You know what, Skeleton Man? I will, just I'm too hurt to come up with a response to that. It just kind of like wanders off back towards camp, clearly having a concussion.
Vex is like in the corner, just pondering. He's like, "Huh? I guess my ability, my training is turning out pretty good. If you see and double at me."
That's something that you're trying to do in the long run.
Yeah, it'll take a bit longer to perfect, but if you see double at me, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
If it matters, Sir Vex, I don't see two of you.
Son of a bitch!
Ooh,
Vex
is
just
it
kind
a
of
bad
tosses his
word?
dagger to the ground and just scratches his chin.
Cole goes over to scratch the top of his head. There. You'll get that someday.
Hopefully. Thank you, though. I appreciate it, Cole.
You got it. And I'll say, in camp, he's actually one of the first people who woke up. And by the time we all have awoken, you would have heard just the very gentlest strumming of finger picking songs. Nothing in particular, but just leaning on a tree.
Okay. As you are leaning against a tree, strumming your instrument, Quill, what are you doing in the morning or afternoon, I guess I should say?
Once he wakes up, he more or less just takes the time to pick up and grab anything that they had laid out prior, just making sure to be nice and consistent, for the most part silent as he just goes about.
Okay. And what, Poro Sticks, I'm assuming you're just being Poro Sticks, standing around looking at people.
Yeah. I do maintain my equipment. I would take my
Vex,
helmet off.
you doing
anyway.
anything particular?
Vex is still trying to make a clone of himself, but it's clearly not happening.
You see Vex taking like side steps back and forth, trying to make himself move so fast, trying to create double image.
Yes.
Double team.
I saw this in one of my Japanese animes.
It's a Japanese anime.
It's a goblin thing, you would understand.
Right. Very well.
Wait, I think I've heard of those. It's called like Naruto, right? Something like that.
I'm thinking more of One Punch Man. He's a legendary monk. It's just amazing.
Missed opportunity to say Naruto.
That's what he's saying, Naruto. Instead of Naruto. He like nods and squints at him and like rubs the scruff that's on his chin, just like, hey, yeah, I heard of that one. He hasn't heard of that one.
Yeah, don't worry. Can I roll insight to see if Vex is bullshitting?
Sure, why not?
I'm just kidding. This is completely out of character, I think.
I figured, yes.
I would hope so.
The meta walls are shattering.
Is it?
As you guys are gathering and breaking camp and your bard playing music quite loudly, you hear a familiar voice.
Not loudly. He's
Well, you're
just
playing your
very
music, yeah.
loudly, so, yeah.
You're strumming your music as you hear a very familiar voice emerge from the bushes as you see Raznoth just coming into the camp, not looking very happy at the moment.
Hey, Raz is back. Morning. Wait.
Now he
good
looks
afternoon.
even more unhappy.
He gives a wave at him.
I leave you for what? 1 day? And you managed to fuck everything up.
Wait, did you hear about that?
For
Wait,
the purposes you don't hear about it, but I will say on your way back from the
Yeah,
camp, you did bump into the Goblin Cowboy.
Druckle, yeah.
No.
Druckle heard it.
I do not see any slaves.
We're working on it. We just took a little break, and we're gonna do a little side mission. We're gonna walk
I
on some
would
walks.
believe
And
You are working on the incorrect thing.
it's
And
not
when-
incorrect if it's part of it, though.
And as you say that, Raznoth, you kind of realize you did bring a fellow person with you who helped escort you to this mission. As you kind of gesture over your finger to see this massive massive, giant form emerge out from the trees. If you'd like to describe your character for us, Storm.
Okay. So, as you see approaching a large troll with mismatched like
Ogre.
plate armor, ogre, sorry. That's just kind of placed haphazardly as best as you can, just like stripped on pieces. They seem to be pieces of like fallen knights and things like that. He's got a massive tower shield, this severed hand as the insignia, and this massive cleaver blade. That's serrated, and on the front of him there's just like bulwark shield that's just kind of like as his cod piece, and on it is a old withered man who's just kind of chained up on it as he steps, and you can hear like the footsteps, and he's about 8 feet tall, 8.86, and he's just approaching towards everyone.
And for those of you who'd like to see his image fully,
Oh, jeez, that is one swole boy.
I muted. He's a large boy.
Vexus just,
Like, where's the old
his
man?
back just
There
like
he
turned
is.
to him and he's like working on something and he just sees like the shadow just tower over him and he's like, oh no. And he
I
turns around
have
and just-
brought more capable help. I hope.
I've heard that you all have been fucking around.
I mean, Raz tends to exaggerate, I think, a bit.
Quill will
Indeed.
stop packing in the distance, and he's just gonna walk over towards the both of you, and it's just, Raznoth, you're back. New as this.
I am.
I am Gazrock.
Will you be working with us today?
I will be.
If things go well, he will be working with us for the foreseeable future.
I'm just gonna tell you right now, Druckle is not to be trusted as far as information goes. What we are currently doing is that because the previous mission was such an unsuccessful plight, we're going for the wargs now. We're gonna come back to the other one later.
Indeed. Will
Can I
not
make-
be easier next time, though.
Can I make an insight on whether I should trust Druck? Set up.
roll me a insight, sure.
Just
Oh.
no.
First roll in the game.
Drekel's a little hard to read. You have no idea about who or not to trust. You're here because you were told by the war boss to be here.
What culture exists where goblins are trustworthy pieces of information?
What?
Hey, I'm a hobgoblin. I take great offense to that.
You are not
And
a
you're
hobgoblin.
trustworthy?
You are a goblin.
Hey,
You are-
I'm not trustworthy. It does not mean that all goblins are not
Oh my
trustworthy.
god. He's
Not all
hobgoblin
goblins.
washing.
Hashtag.
He's even lying about what race he is. I'm a hobgoblin.
Yeah.
How dare you insult me and my fellow hobgoblin? To be fair, if that was said in character, Rasmus would look at Colt and be like, yes, I would not trust every hobgoblin either.
I trust in you, Razzle Dazzle.
Cool, who are these?
Well, Raznoth was with us in our first mission. He took off a little bit of time, and he came back later.
I will say for the sake of this, Parostix, you have seen the ogre before.
Okay.
He's
I'll just
one
say
of
I
the...
haven't got his name.
Yeah, you might not get his name, but he was one of the elites that traveled down from the mountain. He is a Blood Valley ogre.
Gazrock,
You must be Gromogrim's creation.
I do like a militaristic bow.
I must say, I am impressed. Incredible work. Can I say that, as the party, left, Raznoth would have spent a little bit of time at least chatting with Grumblegrimp, so he's at least familiar with it?
Yeah, I'd say you guys got the basics of conversation.
Yeah, so I probably would have discussed some magical stuff of miscellaneous sort with Grumblegrimp before just doing my own thing.
You have also noticed, and you're traveling for a day, half a day or whatever with him, that his codpiece is very much alive and occasionally just starts sputtering words like, what's going on there?
Shut up!
I have learned to ignore that.
Have you seen my grandkids? I have one.
That's Rogue. What are you capable of doing?
Tactics. Enslaving. Might. A little bit of... like, kind of jiggles his codpiece. Healing.
He squints and is just... I take it that if you're big like me, you're going to be inside of the front lines like me as well. Happy to have you around.
Be good to have someone I can trust.
Trust is what the Hoard follows after anyway. But still. Tell me, Raznoth, do you know anything about the wargs?
Only what Warg Master Jimmy has told us.
Alright, so all the similar. Well, if that's the case, I suppose we should... Yeah.
We should start planning then, if we're going to trap wargs.
I admit, I'm not exactly the most experienced with wargs. What do you all know?
Well, they're like rotten. I mean, they're like raw meat, probably, like most creatures of the forest. Maybe we could set up a bait or something.
I know that up until this point I have avoided them.
For the best, probably. I've had to clean warg pens before. Not exactly something that was enjoyed. Well, by goblins at least. Wargs definitely enjoyed when goblins went to clean. Easy pickings, really.
Question. DMs. Does Cole know anything about wargs?
Okay.
Or he's
the
from
wargs.
at all?
Everybody feel free to roll me a nature check for this.
I'm a smart
Oh,
skeleton
damn,
boy.
one.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
I find it hilarious that Cole is the only person to know anything about wargs.
I was expecting it too. This is why is everything so fun?
As Vex and Poru and Quill, you guys don't know squat about wargs. Vex, you thought you were pulling out wargs. In fact, those were just wolves in reality. You did. You know so little about wargs, you don't know the difference between a warg and a wolf.
To be fair,
Sticks!
I 100% in the previous sentence I justified Raznoth.
Drowsonoth, what?
I 100% justified Raznoth's shitty roll.
Yeah, Raznoth, you know the very basics of wargs. You know they're monsters. You know
I know
they...
enough that I don't want to fuck with them.
Yeah, you know they're very dangerous. You know that they travel in tiny packs, not generally more about 4 to 5 at the most. You also, due to your goblin heritage, know that they are more intelligent than average beasts. Ironically, your bard, who just for some reason has read a lot of stories and books and musics and knows a little ditty about wargs for the sake of why they would know this.
Made some epic ballads with wargs in them.
Yeah, basically what Cole knows about wargs is they are fierce and mighty hunters that look like oversized wolves, but are fully capable of speech and intelligence, and often can talk goblin.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Cole will just, looking at the general squinting and not really confusion, but just the lack of knowledge of them. She's like, oh yeah, see, back in Sunshine, you see, there's this one dwarf. Yeah, he told me a story about these. I mean, pretty sure he was telling a bit of bullshit, but from what I could tell, at least what he told me is he fought off like maybe 5 of them, look, 4 to 5, 3, wait, yeah, 3 to 5. They go together and whatnot, and those little shits, they're pretty smart. They got the big chompers and that. And you would think, kind of like wolves, they wouldn't be able to do much talking because just blah, 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 right? But they can speak Goblin. They're pretty smart. The fuckers. You don't mess with them, just like any old wolf. So they're not. We're gonna fall for the meat on the stick sort of deal.
Yes, we witnessed that with Draco.
Yeah, just like that. So it's true. It's not just Jimmy's little horde of them, right? They're smart. So just keep that in mind. There's a lot of them.
Do you know if there's might be a chance that we could actually talk our way through?
Maybe. Actually, I can play them a song. I can do a little persuading. Maybe get a little bit of them, nice and charmed. Maybe they like me, right? Maybe my charming smile and handsome good looks, and he flips his hair.
Does anybody else here in this group speak Goblin? I know Rasnoth and Cole know how to speak Goblin, as do I. But
Yep.
No.
I'm not the most charismatic. Okay, Vax just kind of backs off from. And just goes like, "Okay, please don't hurt me." Anyway, I'm not.
Rasnoth will just lean over his shoulder, say to Gazrog, "You can hurt him if you want. There are no repercussions."
He's gonna take that literally. God, please.
No
I'm actually kind
repercussion,
of
just a
hoping he takes it literally,
concussion.
too. I hope just picks him up and uses him as a
really-
bat or something.
But if you want to hit, you may.
If he messes up,
Go for it.
I mean, he is called Vex, so.
To answer your question, Vex, I can speak Goblin, yes.
Are you a better talker than? Well, I'm not a really good talker at all, so might be better if you did it yourself instead of me. Just saying.
Gazrock's gonna look down at the withered man. Hey! Do you speak Goblin?
Wait, who is he directing that to?
The withered man on his.
On his codpiece.
Gobbledygook.
No!
I don't think he should be talking then. No offense. Guys, Rock? He doesn't seem like the most put together.
Persuasive.
Is that Green Bush talking?
Kind of like
Sure.
His eyebrow will slowly raise as he looks back over towards Gazrog, and is just. Is there any reason why you have a smooth skin with you?
he casts spells. He heals.
I was
Source
just
magic.
like little magical pet then.
Yeah. Yes.
Like thing.
That's almost kind of genius. I wish I thought of that instead of taking time to learn. Oh well.
I mean, if you could palm an entire person, but you'd kind of. He puts his hand up and he takes Vex's hand and compares their hand sizes, and it's just like a whole finger section smaller. I would know this because I have baby hands.
Anyway, back onto topic. What do we do should negotiations fall through?
Well,
I am not equipped to take slaves.
I am.
well,
I didn't
he is.
know. Unless you
What?
want Char the Warg, I will not be much use in this fight. Out of character, ranged attacks full stop cannot be non-lethal, correct?
That is correct. You can't non-lethal a ranged attack. Mostly because, again, for the realism, it's very hard to direct a ranged attack to hit them in a non-lethal way. Chances are you're going to hit something vital if you shoot at them. So, melee
I mean,
only
you
for...
could shot him.
Get an arrow filled with rocks.
I mean, you could shoot him in the leg.
Yep, and there's a good chance you'll hit an artery.
Fair
Blade
enough,
shots
yeah.
can kill people all the time, especially with arrowheads that are very wide.
People are nothing but balloons with life juice in them. If you pop it, they will die like.
They die like that.
Apparently, 10% of all headshots.
Are survivable.
Yeah. People have actually survived 10% of the time from point blank headshots. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, but again, you're looking at a bullet, which is like yay big, to an arrowhead, which is about yay big.
They say that number is inflated by Fallout New Vegas protagonist.
Anyways, guys.
So,
Oh, sorry, Storm.
Is it possible to make bludgeoning arrows?
Just flathead arrows.
I mean,
Maybe just a rock
like a little
attached
stack filled with rocks or something like that.
I mean, I suppose that allows some of jimmy rigging to make range. Okay, there are weapons you could use for ranged attacks, such as bolas and such, to like tangle up and trip and wind up. But generally, when you're bringing a character down to 0 HP, you're going to have to usually do it in melee to knock him unconscious without risking death.
I mean, flat-headed arrows don't really fly well. Trust me, as someone that actually has done a bit of archery in my time, they don't work.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you could make them. I would say all attacks with them would be a disadvantage, and they wouldn't do a lot of damage because the whole purpose of an arrow has to pierce.
I feel the only justification for having non-lethal arrow strikes would be if you had the sharpshooter feat.
Yeah, I'd say sharpshooter I'd allow it. If you guys have sharpshooter feat, I'll allow ranged non-lethal attacks.
I mean, you could just put a boxing glove in an arrow.
Okay, Green Arrow, let's get back on the track, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's a good. I love the comic, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna
was just
break the
asking
code, DM.
because, yeah, I don't have a lot of options.
we'll pipe up and just mention that, well, you know, like anyone else out and about in our world, right? They just need to survive. They need to eat. Got protection. I mean, we kind of have that, right? We're basically doing the same thing.
I'm going to stop you right there, because you do not need to justify this to us. You need to justify this to the wargs.
No, that's what I'm saying, is that they're going to be fed, they're going to have more friends.
Again.
Jimmy will take care of them, right?
You don't need to tell us this. We need to plan what happens if they do not want to accept.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
You can attack them if they're been untouched. Therefore, you won't kill them.
That is correct. I could potentially weaken them.
Can anyone else knock them unconscious?
No, but I can definitely make them weaker against fighting you, or make you stronger.
I flip my flag lance upside down and point towards the blunt end.
I mean, I could make them fall over with laughter and make it easier for you. And, you know, other things, I guess.
Do wargs laugh? I'm curious.
I mean, if they can talk, they can probably laugh.
I guess.
Smart enough to get a joke.
Seems to be just a bit random. Just saying.
Hyenas can laugh.
Yeah, see, hyenas can laugh. So, what can it is?
So I will be the one who knocks them on the head.
I'll be capable of that as well. You're not alone in that.
Very well.
You as well, if that wasn't clear. I don't think I was clear.
You were.
Be my guest. I do not wish to get anywhere near them.
I guess I'll stand in midlines, casting a few spells and shooting him with this thing. Pulls out his crossbow.
Cole, I will say,
Mhm.
normally in situations where there are less detriments, conversation would not always be bad, but I don't think that the cost of sending you ahead amongst a whole bunch of orcs is an intelligent idea. I suppose we are then defaulting for fighting them then, through strength.
Now, hear me out. Perhaps if we try to talk to them as a group, it would lean more in our favor.
You're
Like
right.
we have discussed, wargs are not stupid. And if we have greater numbers, they may not wish to fight.
But how do we know they're gonna come out and talk to us in the beginning? I mean,
We
like
will
you said, they're
not.
they're not stupid. I mean, they could, once they see us, they could just book it. Just saying.
An offering.
I mean, worth an offering, plus, if they're not dumb, you say hi to them like anyone else, say you want to talk, and then whoever wants to join in then. They're just minding their own business, we'll just say hello, and if they want to talk, then they will. Right? Plus,
Ted
Well-
scratches his chin.
Do we have some food to give them? Perhaps a donkey or something would tide them over.
Why not go hunting for one?
Oh, I don't know if I have any rot and fresh meat, but maybe if one of them is sick, I could heal one of them as a peace offering.
No, I think we go with Gazrog's idea.
Okay.
I assume it should not be too difficult to find an animal in these woods.
Hmm. Well, guess I could create fresh water, but I don't know. We'll have to see.
Anyway, is anybody here experienced with hunting?
Lived in the forest for all my life. I can do
It
it.
is excellent news. Well, I see no reason to lollygag about. Let us try and find something to offer the wargs.
Anybody know what they eat?
Meat.
I don't know what to eat.
Okay, I'd say all of you, even those of you who rolled ones, because you've seen wargs in camp, they eat meat.
Just the
They just
entire
eat in
cow.
general. Okay, fair enough.
Vegan.
Yeah,
Oh,
they,
right.
I'm just curious what kind of meats.
they will eat
Anything.
whatever they can get a hold of.
Fair enough. All right.
They are not
Worst
picky.
comes to worst, we can feed them Vex.
And feed Quill's entire butt. That'll just save.
That's not enough.
You're
What
right.
is
We
it?
should throw in Cole
That's
as
more
well.
than enough.
It's a 2-for-1 deal.
Well, if anything,
You're right.
right,
Anyway, let's just go ahead and try to hunt something.
something big, right?
Vex, can you assist me with that one spell of yours?
Oh, yeah, totally. Here, I'll come with you. I'll grab my crossbow. Good shot from long range.
Alright. I require bless plus or guidance.
Yes.
Well, if
You
you
can-
want something cooked, you know who to ask.
Alright.
Let's
He
go
uses
hunting.
cooked in the loosest sense of the term.
As if they're gonna want it cooked.
Yeah.
Okay, you can roll me a. So you're going to a hunt, you said, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I'll need a survival check.
Survival.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Buddy.
+4, so roll.
You can't guidance both, and the quill
that
took
was-
your
Fair
guidance.
enough. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, you can't cast two guidances on this. You either guidance. In fact, I generally don't allow you, if you're guidancing, I generally don't allow you to use the check just to kind of balance it out. But
Okay,
in any
fair enough.
case, you guys got a total of 9. I'll allow it this one time for a 12 and a 9. You guys are having a hard time tracking down any worthwhile game in the area. You basically find a tree. Quill, you're having a horrible time. You find a tree with some squirrels in it.
Cool. Go ahead and take a a quick moment of time that if he cannot find direct game, can he at least find what seems to be a game trail?
Yeah, that's what you were looking for, was any sort of trails. That's what I'm saying. You were having a really hard, because you obviously, it's not like a deer's walking around. You're trying to find trails and stuff and picking it up, and you were able to find nothing. And the only thing you were able to find trail-wise is you found like a trail of nuts leading to a tree where a family of squirrels is living.
Oh, this is so uneventful.
Meanwhile, Vex is just trying to shoot birds out of the sky.
I will say that took a good 2 hours for you guys to look around for tracks. You just can't seem to find anything. You can make other attempts, obviously. You're moving along moving deeper in the forest, you might have better luck.
Right.
You want to go and risk it? I mean, we've got time.
I know.
It's only mid-morning.
At this point, you're about after, because you guys woke up at noon because you guys did a night raid, so it was like 4 o'clock when you went to bed.
Oh, right, yeah.
So
If
you
I'm
guys
not-
are looking at about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon right now.
If I'm not wrong, since Vex is the one who's taking this shot, I think it'd be more. I think it'd make more sense if I were helping Vex, and Vex were to guidance themselves rather than the other way around.
Well,
I mean, I
if-
do have a pretty good wisdom, and pretty good
Let
Yeah,
me
I'll-
assist.
syntax
I'll allow you to assist Vex for a, yeah, you can have an advantage roll
for what?
for survival. With the Quill
Okay.
trying to assist you.
Guidance yourself.
Doesn't need
You
it.
don't need it.
Well, just for shits and giggles. 25.
25.
So, this time, moving deeper into the forest, this time you are able to pick up a trail of what looks to be a deer or some other four-legged bovine animal.
Okay. Vex just kind of pulls Quill down and just says, "Alright, we don't want to scare this thing off. I only have one shot and it takes me a minute to reload or something. So, we're gonna have to do this a bit sneakily. Now, what I'm gonna do is give you a blessing to give you advantage on stealthing around, and I'll take it from long range, okay?
If I fail and I'm still located, I'll at least try to run it to where it's moving to the side. You should
Alright.
still have a chance.
Run it towards me if you're caught, okay? That way
Alright.
we can surround it at least.
So just making sure. What's the entire plan? Just making sure.
Vex will go and climb into a tree before I'm quickly giving the blessing of the trickster to Quill, and Vex will go and climb into a tree and get his crossbow ready to fire.
Give me the guidance too, please. Thank you.
I
That
don't
only
think I can
lasts for
cast
a
it.
minute, man.
I don't think I can do it both at the same time anyway. Sorry, man.
Technically you could, but that's besides the point.
I'll make a perimeter.
All right, fine.
I
I'll give you guidance as well.
Smacks his butt. Anyways. Okay. Confidence. Where is I need it. I need a miracle.
Okay, so roll your stealth checks, guys.
Sobbing.
Do I have to stealth too?
So,
I'm really
well,
happy.
Nice.
No, advantage.
Oh, you got blessing of the trickster.
Blessing of the
that's right.
trickster. Yes. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, so 20, that's good.
And should I roll stealth?
Tool.
If you're going up around an area too, you'll need a stealth check as well. At disadvantage
I'm in
because
the
you're in your
tree.
armor. Yeah, you're still got to be close enough to the deer to shoot, which is 80 feet.
Would he have taken off his armor beforehand then?
If he
Yeah,
wanted
that's
to,
probably-
he can, yeah.
I'll take off my armor.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like I'm going to be fighting the damn deer anyway, and it's a deer, not a farmer.
Before he gets stamped up by a deer. It turns out that they're actually tracking a moose. The moose gets mad.
Worse, it's a flock of donkeys. You guys are just...
Hey, do you remember the deer fight in the other campaign we played?
As we're following the donkey, the donkey turns his head and actually says, "Oh no!"
like,
Oh my god.
it's actually a night. You know what? It's worse yet. It's not just a donkey, guys. It's a nightmare donkey.
Oh, that's even worse.
As the donkey just opens its mouth and just wasps start coming out of it.
I hate it.
I am
Alright.
fear. Big fear.
So did I pass my stealth check?
Yeah, as you guys approach, you see that the creature, the elk, that you see an elk just kind of grazing in the grass, just kind of offshoot of the field as you guys approach.
Alright. Are you gonna go and bring it towards me, or are you gonna go and charge at it, Quill?
I would say that. I mean, I guess with a 20 stealth, how close was I able to get around it, but also near it?
You're about 30 feet from it. Any more than that, your stealth isn't going to help you any.
Right.
I mean, you could grapple it, and I could shoot at it.
You still have to run towards it, though, first.
Yeah, and whether or not I'll be able to do that without it getting away is another thing.
Yeah.
Is there a way that I could potentially... This is a weird question. So could you kind of paint the scene for me real quick?
So you guys are in a tree line right now, and Vex is climbed up in a tree when you found this deer. This deer is out in kind of like an open field just offshoot of the forest area, kind of like grazing in some grass as you guys have snuck up. You guys are respectively about 30 and 60 feet away from it due to tree height in Vex's case.
Alright.
At the moment, the deer has no idea you guys are there, but you do know that if you move into the clearing anymore, the deer will obviously see you because it's a clearing. Then you won't have a
Okay.
stealth area.
Alright.
Then if that's the case... He will... Yeah, actually, fuck, because I forgot I also have the beautiful wonderfulness that is aggressive for Orc. But I will say that in this case, Quill will go ahead and... Yeah, no, he's going to go ahead and run it towards him. So, in other words, he's going to go ahead and just sprint out. If he can attack it, he will, but he's going to essentially lead the deer, or lead the elk.
Okay,
I don't
well,
remember what you said.
you're 30 feet away, so you definitely get close enough, especially with your aggressive, to get an attack off.
Yeah, of course. So he going for a slash. Is there any possibility that I could get some sort of bonus from the fact that he didn't expect me?
Sure, I'll give you an advantage. It's a goddamn deer, guys, but yes,
I
have
don't
advantage.
I rolled
Please,
too good for this to
We are
fuck
still
up
level
now.
1.
Thick ass causes a lot of mistakes.
Hey, roll it. Get
Alright.
advantage because it is a surprise round. So yes, you get advantage.
Oh, cool.
Fucking kill me. See? This is why he said I needed it.
Oh, God.
Well, the 15 hits. The 11 would have hit, honestly. As you crack into it, the elk is still alive and freaks out and goes off and turns
Bless
to
you.
run. Vex, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go and get my sneak attack with the light crossbow.
Hey, fire. That hits. The
Woo!
one shot it is right in the head, it collapses to the ground.
Got it. I think. Is it
Yeah,
dead?
skilled.
I can't tell. It's too far away from here.
He's just like yelling from the tree, and Quill will just kind of look over with like a bit of a surprise to his look, but he just kind of raises a thumb.
Yes. Vex will scurry down and then run over. Oh, that's a clean shot. Nice. And good job with the slash.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't think me just yet. Technically, I just screwed up the game, but the wargs, it won't count.
I mean, it's meat. It's fine. I think.
How much does a elk weigh?
I'll look it up.
Few 100 pounds at least.
Oh, good. Within my carrying range.
300 kilograms or 240 kilograms.
Yeah, if that's the case, then Quill can literally just grab the thing and sling it over his shoulders.
All right. Perfect. Yeah. It's,
Alright.
would it be alright if I carved off the antlers when we get back to camp? Could make for some decent supplies at least. I mean, wargs aren't going to eat the bone.
So
You don't have to
pounds-wise, that's 727 pounds.
I don't know what you're talking about. Wait, what?
It weighs
I mean, you could drag
727 pounds.
I mean, you can drag it for 4 times your carrying capacity.
You can
That's
drag
true.
this thing, no worries. Just you're not gonna get it on your shoulders. A male elk is a big ass thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's male? Okay.
Yeah, you right. God damn it.
Is there
She's
just
still
a
a deer.
Can Gazrog see that it's down?
I mean, at this point, you guys were probably 200 or 300 yards away. You probably heard Vex shouting, so yes, you can approach and
Yeah.
see it's down.
Do you need it to be picked up?
If you can, go for it.
Can I sling it over my shoulder?
What's your carrying capacity?
My carrying capacity. I have the
Powerful build.
Ogres large?
Yeah.
Technically, they're done like the Minotaurs, where they're technically a large creature, but they're not in the game. Just how
So-
Minotaurs
Oh, wait.
are.
Yeah, powerful.
So it's 15 plus times your strength times 2.
uh,
30 times your strength score.
If I can't carry, well, actually, no. We could potentially carry it together.
Oh, you
4, 8.
easily could parry it together.
Wow.
I don't even
4,
have to
8.
ask.
Yeah, but
I have-
the question is, can one of them flex on?
How much?
'Cause I-
How much does it weigh?
760 pounds.
It's really good. I
So
can
together,
carry-
you guys could carry it.
Cat's paw sticks just like over his skeleton shoulder.
Quill also has powerful build, so yeah.
Oh, are
Yeah.
you an orc? I
Yes,
thought you
he's
were
an
half
orc. No, he's a full orc.
Yep, full orc.
Okay. Apologies.
Yeah, so you both, the pair of you together can easily carry this big ass elk.
Sweet.
It's great though, because it's like Quill's still like 1/2, I think, feet shorter. So it's an interesting carry, but done nonetheless.
Hey, D-Rab, it says that your profile picture is not showing up for me.
What?
I can see him.
Where?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have the missing profile picture image.
No,
Weird.
fair.
Refresh.
Nah, it's fine. I mean, you're on webcam anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah.
So as
Just to
you
switch
guys,
back.
oh yeah. So as you guys grab your you grab the deer and move back to the group. That took about another hour and a half worth of the day to hunt down the deer and find it. So you guys are getting about 4:35 p.m.
Thanks, Wes. You know, I tried to dance him a little something. He's throwing fire at me. He's being mean.
Rise North, try not to cause any infighting problems within the Horde. It's not smart in the long run.
Sticks his tongue out at him.
No,
Well,
He's like standing
him.
behind. Yeah, hiding behind
Standing
Quill.
behind Quill and just like.
If I wanted to do damage, I would have started a fire.
That's what they all say. Well, anyways, you guys had a good game. I mean, that thing's huge. It's like, pretty sure it's bigger than me.
Kind of squints at that almost.
Oh my
throws it.
god, I just watched a video, you guys. The hell, Cam?
Vex feels cold.
That's Quill!
It's just a hate crime at this point.
God.
Just say non-will for his...
That's not.
Beautiful body.
Excuse me. That's like my favorite meme of Lost. How dare you?
No, it's a good meme. I love it. I love it. Especially because how... Is that actually David Hayter?
Yeah, it's the voice
I-
actor, I believe, of, what's his face? Snake, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just curious if it's the real guy.
That's
Okay. Anyway, sorry. I apologize.
so good. So, now, we're gonna just find, we're just gonna find back. We're gonna go idea. Think it'll be enough. Actually, yeah, that's like the size of a cow. That'll be enough.
It is as good a bargaining chip as we will find on such short notice.
And if they're still hungry after this, then we have no reason to continue to bargain.
Precisely.
Yeah, I guess. Alright, so,
Time
I know you know how to find one.
Some wargs.
actually, DM, we also know, where you could possibly find them, like where
We
they'd
already know
like
where
to
to
hang
go,
out.
don't we?
Do we?
Wargs are, though intelligent monsters, they're still monsters. They're just like any other creature that doesn't have opposable thumbs to build things. They find caves and shelters they can find to camp down in.
And weren't we given a location prior to find the wargs, or?
You guys were not given a location because, again, the leaders of the Hoard have never dealt with the wargs in this area.
Alright, so if that's the case, then he's just...
It seems like we're gonna have to do a little bit more hunt.
Just curious, what is the class for wargs? What kind of creature is it?
I guess monstrosities, aren't they?
They're monstrosities.
Shit. Use tech good and evil, but I guess I can't do that. I got nothing actually. Shit.
So I guess I just try and find war tracks now.
Raz, do you have anything that could possibly track these creatures?
Well, I could light the forest on fire. I'm sure that would put them out of hiding.
Some things I would
think
laugh
that
at.
would definitely get them closer to us, though. I think that would get them to run away.
Is
Well,
what I
then I
think.
cannot help.
Perhaps we should all break off into groups of 2, search around, and if any of us find anything within about an hour, we return back.
That seems inadvisable.
Like a plan?
Teams of 3 at least. That way we...
I mean, how many of us are there? There's me looking at the thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, right, we can do. We could do.
The light
2
in
groups.
Horace Dix's eyes dims black.
He's doing his best. Okay, math is not his strong suit. Right, so we could go into 2 groups of
Coral does not
3.
have many strong suits.
Oh, I have my strong suits. You know, I got my instrument, music, and persuading and stuff. You know, I like to see you.
It's time to fool around, you all. Come on.
All right,
For
just
2 groups of 3. How about that, Rasnoth?
Alright,
I can accept this. Do
who's
not
going
like
with
it,
you?
but I will accept it.
maybe 1 healer for each, so... guys, you said you could do some healing. Maybe
Yes.
you and I should split off then. So that way we can,
1 tracker in each group.
yeah.
1 heal in each group.
Capable of tracking.
Alright, you come with me.
I will travel with Borostix and Vex.
no, you don't like me, Razadazi. It's all right.
And
Next time we'll get a group mission. I'll come
Oh
with
no,
you.
I promise. That will not happen.
He just grins at him and does a little strum.
If not
I throw
possible,
one last firebolt at your feet.
Threatening chime.
Major key.
malicious jingle.
Listen, Tinkle, you'll warm up to me. I know it. But it's okay. I get to travel with the big boys, right? And he just kind of smacks. Well, no, they're too big, so he can't reach both their backs. So he just like smacks both their biceps, I guess.
I don't know if you can reach their I guess your biceps again.
Just smack their ass. Commit.
Jack traveling with the sick and the furious.
I
Thick
look
and
at
the
Quill.
Furious.
Rasnoth looks at Quill. If you ever leave me alone with that one, for any reason, I will kill him.
There's no problem with that, but the way I'm seeing it is that, as far as I know, you and Gazrog have at least more knowledge of each other's powers. Don't you think that the both of you should be going along? Poor Sticks can head with the both of you.
We can do that, but does that not leave us without a tracker? Borostrix, are you able to track?
I am okay at it. I wouldn't say it's my field of proficiency. Winku.
How do you wink? You don't have any eyelids.
One of the lights
Literally
like
uses his
flat.
Blinks.
Flickers.
See, that's good because if he ever gets trapped and he needs to send a message without saying anything, he can just do it in He sent us a message. What's
It's
it
a fucking
say?
dust skull. Like, there's not two of them. They're just like one on the other.
Okay.
Poro Six is the key to the Horde winning. He establishes Morse code.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the word reckoning.
Michael, please don't choke on your food.
Yeah, I just call you.
Ow! Fuck, crackers hurt.
There's an alternative.
Drink
Ah!
water.
That is a great quote. We're gonna make that our motto.
Suckers hurt.
No context.
I think Vex, Border Sticks, and myself will be fine.
I'm leaving it out strength based. Just saying. Wait, no. Sorry, I forgot. Porus, you said you were a fighter too.
Yes.
Okay, so we're fine then. Sorry.
Yeah, I got his flag stick. That's a little bit of what he does. It's running around. But
Hey, he's got
Usually-
guns to big pill with it.
I think it is smart to send the two strongest people with gold. We are giving you some dead weight after all.
excuse me, I'm alive, first of all. I'm not dead. I have weight. And I can do things. See, I can heal them. See, I'm useful. Right?
If
And
it
he
were
looks
up
up
to
between
me,
the two.
to be alive.
That's
Time's
just because
wasted.
you're really shy.
Gazorg's just gonna grab like the scruff of Cole's collar and just start dragging him.
Hey, I'm not done talking about him, you know. When you become my friend, I swear it.
Anyway,
Just being dragged away.
turns to Vex. Well, Vex, you seem to be the best tracker of us. Would you like to lead the way?
Yeah, sure. Just let me get my armor back on, and we'll head out.
Cole's just watching Cole get dragged away by Gazrog, and it's just he's just gonna look over towards Raznoth for one last time. He's just
Interesting company you've come across.
Prefer him to Cole.
it hurts me that Quill's not the fucking type of character to joke because I want to say something, but he just kind of
Say it out of character. We want to hear it.
no, it's just
Leave
like
us
you think everyone's better than Cole.
To be fair, he didn't meet.
Because everyone is better than Cole.
I mean, to be fair, he did not meet Durkle yet. He could change his
That
opinion.
is very true. He's gonna have such a new appreciation for Cole when Druckle
When Durkle comes back, Cole might no longer be the most hated party member in his eyes.
Well, they just be,
By
they
the
just
way-
die.
By the way,
They both
Can I
of them
just say-
will perish.
whoever told that joke, I think it was Zaku. Fuck you.
Which joke?
I don't.
The
Oh,
one that got
Morse
him
code
laughing for
Morse
20
stick?
Oh, the
yeah,
Morse
the
code.
Morse sticks.
Oh,
That was
no, that
actually
wasn't-
Andy. That was Andy.
Oh, was it?
Fuck
Okay.
you, Andy.
I
Fuck you.
fur-
You almost
Yeah.
killed
He
me.
started it. I furthered it.
Hey man, don't even worry about saying it to me. It sounds just like I am at home. I just hear "fuck you, Andy" all the time.
You should.
I'm sorry.
Let's roll
you
some
just nearly-
survival.
Okay, guys. So
Sorry, you just nearly killed me.
as you guys split up, let's start off with Vex's group as he's leading the survival search. So Vex, you can roll me a survival check to see
Should I roll
if you
with
could.
advantage since I have the two others helping me?
No, because neither of them are proficient with survival. The only reason you
I
got
mean,
advantage.
I ain't either.
The reason you got advantage last time is because the
Quill is perfect.
Quill is proficient with survival.
Okay,
So he was able to
makes sense.
assist you. Yeah.
Just here for the murder.
How do I? Okay, so I'm just curious. How do you add guidance to rolls?
There's a little thing on your sheet when you activate. You can like activate extra rolls on the cogwheel.
You know what? I'll
I
just do
wouldn't worry about it
separate
now.
later.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it right now.
Here, I'll just 1d4. 15.
Okay, unfortunately, warg tracks are not an easy thing to find. Being intelligent, smart creatures, they do know how to hide their trail. So you
Okay.
go about searching, and it is difficult to kind of track down any sort of noticeable tracks at this point.
Maybe it's they're pretty nimble ones, aren't they? Do you see anything, Cam or Horse? Like, do you see any?
Can I make a check? In that prompt, or I just say no? Keith.
Hmm?
Do I see anything? Or do I just are just all of our groups checks that 15?
I'll allow one other person to make a survival in your group.
Okay. I'll do it.
Yeah, it's not gonna be me.
Yeah,
Oh,
I see everything.
So you watch Stick walk into a tree.
He's too busy making
There was around here somewhere.
You walked into a tree and breaks apart.
I
And because
crumple into a
Crumples into a pile of bones, gets back up, walks back into the same tree.
He went
I
through a
spin
glitch,
my head
guys.
around.
Max is gonna sneak up behind him, just turn him like 30 degrees, just so he doesn't hit the tree again.
I march
Takes
on like
them
a
by
toy
the hip
soldier.
And this guy's AI is
guess.
broken as all shit.
I guess we follow him now.
I guess.
On the
Alright.
bright side, at least if something bad happens, he will walk into it first.
That's true. And he can build himself together again.
Okay, and with that, your guys' checks are done. Let us go back to the other team, with Quill leading the survival check.
I would like to give a bardic inspiration. So Quill and Cole will go over to Quill, just like, "Hey!" and he smacks him in the ass cheek, and just like, "I believe in your skill to track. I got your back." And
So is Quill's butt just like a drum beat for you now?
yeah, it's bongo butt.
Quill moves forward for a second as he just kind of looks down towards you with those big ol' fucking intimidating ass red eyes, and he's just
Please don't do that again.
Right, I'll do it right above it then.
anyways.
Hits him in like the little
Gazra-
lower spring back.
Oh wait, sorry, that was the guidance from before. Let me roll the actual inspiration.
Gazrog
D6.
will look down at Cole.
If you do that to me, you get a cleaver through your head.
Cole was not paying attention as he was looking at his hand, just like, there was so much of it.
Okay, 19 definitely beats the DC you needed. Quill, as you're looking through these tracks, you do look like what seems to be what you at first thought might be wolf tracks, and then you realize these can't be wolf tracks because something was trying to use their tail to obscure the tracks, basically dusting away the footprints, but didn't quite get all of them. You can assume from the size that these must be warg tracks.
I think we happened upon something.
I believed in ya.
He's just gonna go ahead and, for the sake of remembering exactly where he started off, he just kind of takes a switch off of a branch from a low-hanging tree or a bush, and he just sticks it directly in the ground, and it's just...
Alright, now we have to report back to the other.
As you say that, sorry, I just did a roll here. You guys turn around to start walking out when you hear just this low growl coming from behind you.
Gazrog's gonna turn around.
I sense danger.
Oh, I think we got company. Cole's gonna look
Wait, you know,
behind
I just realized, if it was the two of them together, oh no, because they said that they were going to reconvene, so they do not have the elk with them right now.
They do not know.
Oh no!
Oh no, that means we don't have it either. So we're
Yes.
I
based.
kind of expected you guys would have.
Well, no, actually, because it makes absolutely no sense for them to leave it there in the middle of the wild where any fucking predator could happen
True.
upon it.
True.
I think
One of you would have
Gazrog
taken it.
will. No,
I mean, we have the two
To be
strongest
fair,
people
guys,
over here.
I will let you actively say you spent a half hour chopping the fucking thing up and dispersing it amongst the party.
Okay.
Oh,
Wonderful.
Because
Thank you.
I would imagine you guys, at least Raz, has the intelligence to think of that on his own. Cole probably
Raz.
wouldn't have, but
Raz directly saved us. Wonderful.
yeah, I will say with his flat int score that you would have been. It's easy enough to chop this beast up so it's carryable. As you
We've
watch
just
this,
stored all of the meat inside of Porostix's ribcage.
Ribcage? I was gonna say that. that.
Go.
We'll
Wait,
make
that
you
is
whole
what he
again,
says.
buddy. We promise. We'll get you back to the land of the living.
so anyways, as you guys are out about. By the way, guys, you're back at full health. You might want to do that just in case things go sour. You guys look behind you to see this massive, huge warg emerge from the bush. Behind him, 3 very large but smaller wargs are behind him. To just give you an image.
Oh my.
As none of you, due to your great survival, you guys have been making a lot of noise around the home of the wargs in your thick metal bands, and an old man going.
Jesus.
Sweet baby rays. Hello. Cole is going to step up. Like the dumbass that he is. He's
Cole is
gonna
going
step-
to grab his shoulder and pull him back.
He is going to do the walking motion while he's being pulled back anyways, but he just,
You're doing the Wile E. Coyote.
Gaz,
he does a thing and he does just like, "Hey, good day! Hope we didn't disturb you too much. Actually, you're just the people we want to see. Well, monsters, wargs, things."
Okay,
Aye.
Cole, as you say this, I'm assuming in common, since you didn't specifically say you were speaking Goblin,
Oh.
the warg looks at you confused.
Quill will just.
It's in character.
That's so in character for Cole as well. That's so in character for Cole. Quill
As
will
this
just
warg
look.
just starts approaching Cole, let me finish. As
All right.
Cole says this warg slowly starts approaching Cole's leg and just...
Gazrog is gonna pull out a piece of meat and just chuck it, like, towards, just placing it gently. Oh. Yeah, just right ear, probably.
Speak goblin, not common.
Oh, right. Right. Hello. Let's just pretend that he talks like that because you probably won't understand me.
Good
He
afternoon.
then speaks in Goblin. Huh?
Good afternoon,
say?
the 4 of you. We have business.
And we've got mates. Yeah.
You, hobgoblin, what
Yeah,
you
that's me.
doing in our forest?
We're here
Well,
on company of the Hoard.
You don't understand a word, Quill. This is
I
only
do,
Goblin.
because I speak Goblin.
Oh, you do? Okay.
oh
I did-
shit, nice.
As it turns to look at you and goes, Orcs speak Goblin.
You have to know your words around the... You need to know your languages of trade around these parts. You know that.
Fair. What do you want? You say Hoard. What is Hoard?
A practical godsend. Finally here, an organization for the sake of finally being able to wipe out the smooth skin. A combined force of us, our kind. Made to finally break Fort...
Greystone, was it?
Yeah.
Finally break Fort Greystone. That being said, it is a force that has only been around for but a few months, and we need more assistance. We were hoping that you would be willing to give us said assistance.
The warg kind of looks around and sniffs at you, looking at the three of you with his kind of beady eyes. Roll me a persuasion check, Quill.
I will say that before he does so, he will just go ahead and lay out the meat that he personally has on his person, and it's just.
And of course, we brought peace offerings for the disturbance.
Okay.
Gazrog would throw out more meat to try and entice them. Possible to help with doing so?
I will say this lowers the DC a bit.
Okay.
That's what the meat was for. It would lower the DC. It wouldn't give you advantage.
All right. Time for my 0 persuasion.
Oh
I believe
dear.
in you.
I have.
Michael, I appreciate you. Oh, that's
6.
really nice. 19. Also, ignore that. Sorry, I keep forgetting to fucking not.
You
Okay.
don't have advantage, man. You got a 6.
I know.
So as
Wait,
you
wait,
look-
no, I do. Wait, I thought. Oh, yeah, right.
lower DC, not advantage for the meat.
Wonderful.
Oh no. How
Uh,
do the wards look when they're putting out this offer?
You notice the one warg turn behind him and looks at the 3 smaller wargs and says, "Feast!" and just kind of rips into it as you watch the other 3 wargs rush up to the meat and start feasting. And he looks over at you, Cole and Quill, and he's like, "Food lets you leave alive. We've no interest in Hoard, only in food."
Well, you're in luck then, because, well, as you see around here, you gotta hunt, you gotta do all the work, right? And sometimes the nasty smooth skins, they try to hunt you, right? When you want the live ones. It's hard, right? It's shit to do. But, imagine, you get fed, you get a shelter, you get food brought to you. You don't have to do any work, based on that end.
Quill will just kind of add on to that, and it's just.
This one is louder, vibrant, but he speaks the truth. Joining the Horde, there are many benefits, and other than revenge, amongst other things, there is to be had food, shelter. It's to turn the world that has been against us since the dawn of time, finally for us, our world.
Okay. Cole, make me a 1 more persuasion check. DC went up a bit because the first failure, but let's see what you got.
Fear.
I can't give myself an inspiration, can I?
You
Not in
cannot.
this short of time.
Take my energy, Zaku.
Okay, so
Buddy, no.
Oh,
Am I,
the one thing I'm good at, and you know what? That's.
Hey Heath, am I doing the thing now?
1 second. We're going to have one more thing occur, and the thing will probably occur immediately after. Cole, as you say that, the giant warg looks at you. What's your
Stairs.
DC? Just
Oh, no.
snaps at your leg. You just pull out of range before it tears into your leg.
It just screeches and
And looks at you. You think warg just animal?
No. So we're all monsters here, and believe it or not, we don't eat each other, and I'm just saying, you have
Quill
children
is
just like us.
gonna
And,
grab Cole and kind of not put himself in front, but he's just going to be right there, and just his eyes begin to glow just a little bit. It's just.
There's no need for this to get violent.
Okay, Quill, I will ask you, are you trying to intimidate with that, or are you trying to persuade?
I would say, in the nature of what's kind of happening, even if you were trying to persuade, it's gonna come off as intimidating.
Gazrog's
So,
gonna
intimidation, I guess.
He's gonna pull out his cleaver in intimidation as well. Can I help?
I will say, Quill, you can make me an intimidation check. And Grazrog, you can also make an intimidation check.
Okay.
I realize with how large.
Oh.
So,
that's great.
okay, I gotta describe these. So, Grazrog, as you pull out your large side to intimidate these horrible wargs, you realize the problem with pulling out your giant weapon and intimidation when the old man goes, "Yeah, is it supper time for soup yet?"
And
Old
on
man.
that note,
Yes, feel free. And as Quill, you do your intimidation, you go, "I don't think you're gonna." The warg just looks at you and goes, "Feeding time!"
Oh no! Oh no! 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 No!
I
No!
enter a fucking rage.
And you guys can all roll.
It is almost like we should not have split up.
Almost.
hey, it's going great for
Oh,
you
I
guys
forgot
right
the
now.
fucking click. That's my bad.
God.
Okay,
Never liked
so,
uh,
who's missing? Quill's missing, okay. Well, at least Graznot didn't get a 0 in initiative. Or
Oh,
negative
dear.
1 even, because, oof. Okay, so first up, so you're a little more intact here. Feel free to control anything but the alpha there, Michael, so you can have a bit of fun here.
Oh, sweet. All right, which one's the alpha?
The alpha's the big-ass one, man. It's pretty
No,
obvious.
in the turn order.
10.3.
Oh, no, he's 9.3. Oh, yeah, 10.3, yeah. So,
10 point.
Alright.
Yep.
10.13.
Alright, so this one, seeing as it has already been up front to Cole, it's gonna turn
Oh,
around.
no.
wrong one.
We need to mark
The guy-
them. Can we
guy
mark them?
next to
Well, he should be able to see
Wait,
who's who
wait,
by
no,
rolling
no,
the,
Puff.
if he puts his,
No,
the
you
mouse
hover
over it, he can see
over
who's
the-
who.
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So that one's gonna go over there, and it's going to...
It's going to give me a big old doggy kiss.
You know what?
It's gonna be fine.
It's going to give you a kiss, alright, just one with teeth.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
That is
Roll
a
max
fucking
damage.
kinky warg.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Listen! Listen! Like
So, you take 14 points of piercing damage,
he's
and are knocked immediately unconscious. And he bites your leg, and just pulls you to the ground, and then just immediately starts going for your throat.
yeah, he does one screech, and then just all the blood just starts pooling out of his leg, and he just the last thing he sees is the thing moving over him, and then he passes out just from the sight.
Meanwhile, in the distance,
Well, I'll say you guys
Did
are
they hear
only
his
like...
scream?
it
I
sounds
will
like
s-
something good happening.
I will say at this point, you guys are only at the end of at the beginning of next round. You guys will be running into combat. So
Okay.
I will say, in the distance, Ember Flicker just feels a sense of relief for some reason. It's just like,
I knew that divination would come in handy.
By proxy, also relief washes over power sticks for some reason.
Everyone's fucking dumping on him. It's great.
Cole, feel free to roll me a death saving throw.
Oh,
I would also like to note
okay.
that I would like to note that I had mentioned this wavering before. If I could please enter a rage before this entire thing goes down, that'd be very nice.
Unfortunately, I'll allow it because you did. You were trying to intimidate, so I'll say your intimidation also was your rage. Just because you guys are gonna need it. I wasn't expecting those rolls to go natty 1. Like, wow.
There's a reason why we wanted advantage.
The reason why I did not wish to split up. This is on you.
Okay, Michael, what's the second? To be fair, Michael, they're not gonna all go after Cole. They don't know he's an asshole. They don't know, so...
No, I know that, but this one is close to Sakol. Is it gonna start ripping into him, or is it gonna try to take
Remember,
care of
they're
him?
intelligent, so they'll go after the threats first. Remember, they're not beasts.
Alright, so this one will then just circle around here and face Quill.
Yeah.
and it will make a bite attack against you.
Hi, baby.
Hello.
And
Oh wow.
Well,
Oh my god, he threw a nat 20!
Really glad that I silk up.
So that's
so-
20 damage reduced to 10.
I need you to also make me a strength saving throw.
oh dear.
Which is an advantage because of rage, or is that just skill check?
Yeah.
No, he's got saving throws at advantage, so an advantage strength saving throw, Will.
Also, I don't know. Also, I think it just delayed. Ignore that second attack.
Yeah, I saw it. I am.
Thank you. See what happens when I have an advantage? Things happen.
So
I
as
turn
this
turn off advantage though
Oh.
right now.
So as this work jumps onto you, it latches onto your arm and tries to use its full weight to like pull you down, but you're able to like get a good stance and hold your ground and able to throw it off your arm. You are bleeding profusely.
Oh,
but,
I
You're
know.
still standing.
Okay, now it's the Alpha Warg's turn.
Oh dear.
This is gonna go bad.
He's kind of looking between Grazrog and Quill, who's just looking bloodied. His snarling dark face upon him.
Would like to mention the alpha was pretty prideful. Maybe he'd like to go after the largest target. Just saying.
Throw him on the butt.
Tell you what, Grazrog, what are you doing at this exact second?
He's just got his cleaver out and he's looking towards the alpha.
Yeah, the Alpha will look at Grazrog, and yeah, he'll go after Grazrog as he sees him looking to be a threat at the moment with that cleaver out.
I need my luck back. The DM stole it from me. They're using it against me.
Well, rolled an 18 to hit your AC.
Oh my god.
God, your AC's. Oh.
And you take 9 piercing damage. It just drills into
Ow.
your leg, and I need a strength saving throw.
I believe. I'm not gonna say.
I think-
Anyways.
Oh wait! I got it. Hold on. Hold
Yeah.
on.
Oh, you haven't. Yeah, any nat ones, you get to roll again as a ogre.
Ooh.
You.
Wow.
You.
Ow.
Another help.
No.
So is this giant warg, and you're a big man, you're used to fighting big creatures, but this warg's even big for you, as it grabs your leg, rips your leg under you, and you kind of take a Three Stooges fall backwards, like, whoop! And as you land on the belly, you hear, I haven't seen the sun in weeks.
I hate it. I hate it.
I love it.
He's just fucking old man Jenkins.
Yo, the legend of old man.
The next warg's turn, Michael.
Seeing as Will is really unavailable to it, it's gonna just move to the side here. Yeah, like that, sort of. Just eventually I'll get it right. But there we go, moves to the side. And it's gonna attack Grasnell while he's on the floor. So this strike will be at advantage.
I don't like it here.
I don't like it here.
Does it hit?
15!
Does not hit.
Ah, good.
Thank
You're
you.
able to just kind of like move your arms so it doesn't get at your face, and you feel it starting to bite into the metal of your armor, but it doesn't pierce it. Man, this is a sight to walk into.
Yeah, fucking wonderful.
This is somehow going worse than the farm. Somehow.
The Horde is not meant to win. The Horde is an instant failure.
Okay,
Well, thanks for sending us out.
Quill, you're up.
Pain. Anyways. Methinks is runs now. Yeah. I'll go ahead and just kind of take the axe and just like after sustaining that heavy damage, he just goes ahead and swings a bit wildly, I'd say, with his other hand just going ahead for the for the alpha. So, just gonna go ahead and.
I don't think. Actually.
Oh, nice! 13
Oh.
damage, almost max. Oh, not really. Ha! Forgot. D12.
Hey, so that was on the alpha.
Yep.
To crack the alpha on the handle. It does some pretty good damage to it. It's a little cross-eyed, but it still looks very, very pissed off right now.
That's understandable.
It was bloodied at all.
No, it's definitely took some serious damage, but it's not bloodied.
Okay.
This blood balloon needs a few more fucking pins.
Gazrog, you're up. You feel free to stand up with your half your
Gonna
movement.
stand back up. And he's just gonna look around and ready his tower shield. Fight me! And he's gonna take the dodge act. And try and get them to attack him instead.
Okay.
He's being a tank!
So at this point, do the rest of us show up and get to initiative? or-
Yes, you guys can now roll your initiative rolls as I put you onto the map here. 1 second.
I'll let you all know, it is perfectly unacceptable to roll anything lower than a 20. Do this.
I'm gonna let you know that because something happened and I didn't level up, I still only have an initiative bonus of 2.
Suffer. No.
Trust me, I'm not the one that's gonna suffer.
In fact, so, okay, so you guys can all roll your initiatives. You're at the top right of the corner of the map.
All I've done this campaign is run to fights. That
So good thing Forest 6 rolled a bit higher.
Yeah, you guys are rolling pretty good.
Of course, the healer's going last.
Why didn't Old Man Jenkins heal? I don't understand. I was told he could heal.
That takes him by action.
Alright, so this ward will, seeing that there's a still raging barbarian and a very unconscious bard, will take a strike at Quill.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi.
I'm very sorry.
Michael, stop it, man! He rolled another nat 20.
Oh.
You take
Maybe consider he didn't.
no. You take 18 points of piercing damage, reduced down to 9.
Big fear.
Knocked unconscious.
So watch the incoming 2 nat 20s, and then I get credit as well.
I'm just remembering why people don't like level 1.
I'm very sorry.
I'm just an idiot with like anger issues and an axe, that's all.
So, Heath, if we kill them all right here...
To be fair, I'll give him a way out here, Michael. It's not quite over yet. One person might die, but we'll see. Cole, death saving throw.
It will probably be Cole.
Y'all might get lucky. You might.
Telling you right
Angel.
Telling you right now that I need Cole.
That is 2 successes. Cole, you're almost stabilized.
It depends. How
Do
much
not
will-
celebrate early.
Wait,
Listen, I'm celebrating the present, not early.
I will have to ask though. Cam, how much are you willing to pay me to make that happen?
Now, okay, listen. Here's the thing. I might not need you to, because I'm really debating whether chaotic evil Rasnoth overrides me as a player not wanting to be a dick. This is a genuine debate going on in my head, and I have 2 more rounds to decide.
Got it. This warg will just shift, like just hop over, and just so it can get a strike at Grasnaw here. At disadvantage because you are dodging, and it. Actually, no.
No, it's a +2 for flanking, not an advantage, Michael.
Oh, alright. But it will get there, and it will make its bite. Does an 11 hit?
No.
Alright, good. Because you're gonna take a lot of damage otherwise.
10 to hit, Michael. Disadvantage, not advantage. But
No,
anyways,
you're right,
missed.
you're right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I gotta get used to that.
That's no worries, bud. Pono Sticks, you're up. You just saw Quill get wrecked by a warg, and you see the bleeding form of Cole on the ground.
Oh, how unfortunate. I look over at Vex and Rasnov.
Gotta
For
do
anything.
something, man.
Do something, man.
I don't want to return empty-handed at least.
I blink once. Run over here.
Yeah,
And
Morse code,
I
that's just
guess-
an A.
Yeah.
Hey!
Me too.
Hey. Hey. And I guess I use my action to dash.
Okay,
Oh man.
Raznoth, you're up.
Okay. Fireball all of them.
Yeah.
Including
Well,
us. Take us to
maybe I
death.
would have.
Will suffer. Anyway,
You didn't realize he's here to save you.
Razop is. Cam isn't.
Well, listen. So I'm gonna move. I can move to that space there. Okay. I'm gonna move up to here. And okay, Judah, how upset would you be if Quill died?
I had plans for the boy, but I am a man of wave.
Okay.
Where the water goes.
Right,
I
well,
go.
I'm going to throw an ice knife at the alpha.
Okay.
He's well.
I do one.
That
Are you
hits.
kidding me?
Does 1 point of damage.
But the alpha and everyone within 5 feet of it has to make a dex saving.
Is it possible to throw that? Oh.
Yeah,
it's
actually, that makes sense. Why aren't you throwing it here?
Because
Oh, he has to
I
hit
can
the alpha.
Once the piercing damage is below.
I can hit this
He's
one.
going after the alpha, guys, so he went
I
after
can
the
hit
alpha.
This one, this one,
Oh.
this one, this one. I can hit all of them except for the one at the back.
Understood.
I can hit
Where's the
everybody in
point?
this area.
Which includes Cole and Cat.
Yep. It includes all, it includes everyone. So
I forgot. He didn't get well down. I won't be
You
given
automatically
two
fail.
death
No,
saving
no, no.
throws.
That's Nikki's thing. It's
Okay.
only one unless it's a melee attack.
Wonderful.
and yes, Gazrog.
Fear.
dex
So,
saving throw,
failed
but you get
save.
But at least you get advantage because you dodged.
But I also have -2.
Failed
Yeah,
save.
Prone, so
One more,
do you think
Michael, because I got this guy as well.
Okay.
No, he didn't get this guy up top.
Oh,
No, no, you
Me?
got the
You're
guys
fine.
to the left and right of him.
There's two there.
Yeah, but
Uh-huh.
that's the alpha saving throw was mine. Oh,
Oh, I
Looks
thought the
like-
alpha didn't have to.
no, yeah, if the creature got hit by it, also has to make the saving throw.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. I meant to.
Okay, so that one
So,
succeeds. So roll your damage.
if you do 8 damage, I go down anyways.
Cow. Oh wait.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
As Cam knocks. Oh my god. Oh, no, that really took half damage. Okay, as Grasnod's like, "Rah," you hear it all the way go, "This doesn't look good," and boosh!
Wait. He doesn't take half damage. He takes no damage if he.
No cold
No, it's no
damage.
damage. Oh yeah,
Oh,
successful is
thank
no cold damage, you're right.
Oh, thank god.
Thank God.
Oh,
What is going on with
Now,
this?
I just need to. I still stand by my fucking laughter because him saying if you deal 8 damage as I rolled 8 damage.
Damage, yeah.
oh.
Okay, so, as Quill and Cole both fail a death saving throw, as both of your bodies get hit by this jolt of cold,
I only regret hitting one of them.
the Alpha looks over at the hobgoblin that just did that damage to him.
Focus on me!
Can people smell my glistening rib cage of meat.
Gazrog's gonna try and like get it to.
Nope. So he will realize that he can't make the run. He'll take his attack at Graz still, trying to down the paladin so he can make a move without attack of opportunity.
Wow.
17 just
thank
misses.
Woo!
Love it, Zaga. Image for today's game.
What?
Michael.
Exactly.
my God.
If I can make one request, can you change the A's to the menacing logo of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Alright, so this beta, seeing that Parthenax is approaching weapon drawn, will go over. Not disengaging, so throughout
Gazrog.
if you want to take an attack of opportunity, you may.
Aw, buddy.
Nope.
I'm just not rolling anything.
That is rough.
We
So
are
you
doing
saved your
one.
deck
Dex.
save, so look at the
The
bright
deck
side.
save is it.
The old man attack instead, please.
Oh my god! You pull out your sword, your cleaver to hit down. The old man goes, ah! Just wakes it up and just kind of hits your arm off, making you miss.
Alright. So Parth the Sixth. This one is going to try to lunge and bite at you as it runs up to you.
Yeah.
Misses.
Misses.
I'm a real boy.
You are a real boy.
I'm a real boy. I have meat inside of me now.
He's a
It
pinata.
Actually, solid. Actually, like as you like go to take a defensive stand and sort of like shoo this thing away with your flag, a little meat falls out and hits it on the nose.
Yeah.
Hey, Quill! A death saving throw time, buddy.
Yeah.
You get a 1, you're screwed.
Okay, Michael,
Michael,
knock
Michael.
on wood for me right now. I don't need. No, knock on wood. Knock where? Find wooden. Find a wooden surface, please.
I'm actually sitting at a wooden desk. I just refuse
no,
to
my
go
math.
into your superstitions.
I
I.
knocked on wood too much.
You know what? If something bad happens, it's all your fault.
5%.
I can live with that.
No!
It's all your
failure.
fault.
Hey, you're still alive, for now.
Don't
Yeah.
worry, guys. I can
For now.
solve this.
Gazrog, you are looking over and see Quill is bleeding out profusely right now on the floor next to you.
Get up!
And he's gonna look over down towards Quill, and down at the old man.
Healing now!
You see the old man just kind of kick. You see him kind of kick Quill's face. It's like as you watch this old man's face kind of go pale, and his shriveled body starts to shrivel more. How many lay on hands did you want to put into Quill?
2
Oh!
points.
By the way, Quill, that would be a D100, please.
Yes, lingering energy.
Oh dear.
Blah.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
What if it's another 6 scar?
53.
Wait, how many of
Is
these did you guys
a-
get last session?
Just one.
1.
Just the
Just
one.
one. And it was an ass's scar mark.
On the forehead. Upside down or right side up?
God, you guys get such poetic ones. Quill, you end up spitting out a tusk as a 53
Oh no!
is your teeth get knocked out.
Oh,
Powerful.
I will put that
Oh, they
into
took the tooth out. Shit.
I will put that in your bio description. You need 10 points of magical healing to get your teeth back.
Alternatively, maybe a few weeks.
So you have disadvantage on charisma checks, and when casting a spell with verbal components, there's a 25% chance it will not work. If the spell fails, you still need to take an action to try to cast it, but it did not succeed. Using up the materials. Luckily, you're not a caster.
Barbarian spells.
If anything, it just means that he can talk a little bit easier because there's less teeth in the way.
You're gonna start sounding like the old man attached to the cod piece.
You flavored it as a tusk, it was just a fucking tusk.
Alright, so 2 points you.
So how
Well,
many?
that's easy from,
Well, how many shielding did he give him?
2.
2. So okay, 2 hit points back.
Yeah.
Storm didn't forget all those fucking crits I canceled as Quentin. Let's go. Never forget.
Okay, Vex, it's your turn.
Alright, Vex is going to paddle his way over right beside Raznoth, and he is going healing word on Cole.
Okay,
Yes.
Cole.
Oh, level 1. Get
5
points
health.
of healing back.
Yeah.
Yay!
And you just hear Vex shout in the voice, Sana! And in Orcish, and the word travels kind of like in a, like it kind of manifests and just shoots out and blasts Cole back at fighting stance, or at least like, back to consciousness.
He screeches as soon as he wakes up. He's like, still seeing that they're surrounded by fucking wargs, so he just kind of like flails about a bit, holding onto his loot for dear life.
Okay,
So
that's your bonus.
Do I still get my? Can I still cast a cantrip? As a
You can cast a cantrip, yes.
Okay. Which warg has been damaged? I forgot.
The alpha's been all of them except
This one wasn't in range of my attack, and
Oh, this one's in range.
and this one didn't take damage because he dodged and I accidentally took the health off. But there you go.
All right.
Focus
I'm gonna hit the alpha, and I'm going to cast. Why isn't this not in my spells? Okay, Toll the Dead. So he takes 1d12 instead of 1d8.
Motherfucker does not succeed.
Guy will rolls his wisdom saving throw.
Oh, yeah, right. It is a saving.
It's a failure.
Sweet.
Hey!
Roll that.
10 damage.
Hey, go Vex!
So, following the healing word, you guys just begin to hear bells just echoing as just the orc just kind of cramps up and just. It sounds like a church bell ringing right beside his ear.
Quill waking up and just like, I know you're not going to heaven. What is this?
Okay, wargs are back up.
Is it if I take a oh, no, never mind.
Okay, so this guy, seeing as Cole has just gotten up.
Oh no. Oh no.
Nah,
I
he's
don't
gonna
know.
stay at 12. Cole's been more threatening, so he's gonna
Come
stay
here,
at 12.
baby! I'm gonna give this one a hug!
don't say that. He's gonna
No,
fucking nat 20.
Another nat 20!
What?
Oh my god!
No!
Oh,
No, Judith's fault that!
Oh
That
no!
was Judith's fault!
No, he's,
I want
I
a photo
didn't-
of this right now.
I'd have to let you know that I didn't say shit.
no, here's the problem. He's not raging anymore.
I know, that's what I mean. Quill,
It wasn't quitting.
that brings you under your maximum HP.
It dealt 19 points of piercing damage.
Is Quill dead?
Yes.
Literally could only happen from a crit.
Oh no!
Michael, fuck off! Michael, log off right the fuck now! Michael, I love you, but leave!
To be fair, it was gonna be one of them. It was either gonna be Cole or it was gonna be Quill.
I will say, for the sake of fun, guys, Quill, roll me 1 death saving throw.
Oh.
Come on.
I'm not getting wood. I have a wood desk. I have an entire fucking wood desk.
Let me get my tree of good
I'm
luck.
just gonna.
And you know what, Cole? I'll even let you throw an your inspiration in there if you like, because it is a saving
Please,
throw. Because
It's a saving throw.
Dude, I am very sorry, by the way.
It's nothing. It's nothing. Just know that my superstition is real. That's all I have to say.
So roll
If
death
only
saving
you
throw.
were-
His buddy dying, knowing.
Quill, if
that's
only you were a
happening.
half orc, get the.
So,
The-
Michael,
yeah.
are you gonna tap that wooden desk of yours, motherfucker?
I don't believe in superstition, so no.
You're going to kill my character, and that will be very real.
I'm pretty sure he already has.
One knock.
Literally,
Yeah.
man, the maximum damage these things can do is 15, and he would need a nat 20 to have killed you like that.
One knock, Michael. At least lie to me.
Fine. Here.
I feel good. I mean, I feel bad.
Roll, Judah. You can roll. Oh, you're fine. Okay, roll me 2d100s now.
Oh god.
Okay.
You're just
He is
stacking
being
those.
very nice to you right now.
So that's an 18 and a 74. So an 18, you get a broken arm.
Oh.
That's understood.
I will post this in your sheet. Give me a second. So you first get a broken arm. So your one arm gets broken as the warg bites down and just really, basically, nearly bites your arm off. The second one was a 74, correct?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Please tell me he loses the foot.
You get a
I don't-
punctured lung.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh God. Oh.
He should have just died. He should have just died.
He's not getting to the Hoard
Die on
now.
the way back to camp.
What the fuck
Broken
is a
arm, punctured
No,
lung.
no,
It's
listen,
like
listen,
the worst one. It's like
No,
the
no,
worst
listen.
possible fucking one.
listen. Listen. He'll be fresher for Gruma. Like, if he's the longer he survives, he'll be fresher for Gruma.
What does a punctured lung do?
If you were so, you can either take an action or a bonus action, but not both. The injury heals with, and again, 10 points of magical healing. Unfortunately, you have to do this in order, so that's going to take 30 points of magical healing to get rid of it. If both lungs are, if punctures both lungs, so if you get this a second time, your hit points drop to 0 and you immediately begin dying.
Interesting. So, wow.
So Cole,
that's-
I would like to remind you that I put you back up again. So you can
Yep. Yep.
That's why I chose to heal you. 'Cause
How,
you heal more.
how many death saves is Quill on?
Quill is at 2 death saves right now. I let him survive to be kind, but he took 2 lingering injuries instead, because that's the rule. If you die and come back, then you take automatic 2 lingering injuries.
So,
Good
so
vibes. Good
he-
vibes.
so cool.
You're still
See,
prone on the ground.
he's prone on the ground. He doesn't fucking care. He sees his friend getting bitten. He gets bitten in the lung. He's bleeding profusely. He's like, "Oh no, 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 get up, get up!" And he will cast second level healing word.
The irony is that I also would have insta-killed Cole.
No, you only have first level
Yes,
spells.
but none of us would have.
I mean, first level spell. My bad. I was looking at the slots available.
Shut up,
My bad.
Brasnod.
Either way, you get 8 points
Oh,
of
that's a nice
healing. So, yep, he's just kind of slightly shaking. You're just gonna get up, and then
Hey,
he's gonna
your tooth's
take.
back.
Oh, his tooth is
And
back.
Okay, 10
And
points of
then,
healing. So no, he
Oh.
doesn't.
No,
he
but he got 2 from Gazron.
Yeah, but he
All
didn't lose. He didn't get the lingering injury till. Yeah, you're right. So he's got his tooth back. So your tusks grow back.
Magically.
I feel like he
But,
didn't even notice that it was gone.
Probably not, as Quill's just life, death, life, death, life, death, life, death.
So, yeah, after that he's gonna use half his movement to get up. And then he's gonna run the fuck away, just over to the square. You guys just see him scrambling.
Are
like
you
an
going to
undignified-
disengage, Zaku, or no?
I'm going to disengage because these things are fucking scary. He'll engage them another time. He just wants to run.
Okay, next warg's turn there, Michael.
Give me 1 second.
as I have to reload the character sheet as I left as per commanded to. Alright. Give me a second.
Repent.
You better roll a natural 1 right now.
Alright, so this one is going to... Grasnall, you have been up for so long, and it's just tired of you being there. It's gonna try to fight you.
3.
Does a 25 hit?
Michael, fuck off.
What?
Heath, take away his
No,
privilege.
no, it's time for me to show you the full extent of my superstition. No, it's fine.
You take
Okay,
7 points of
come.
piercing damage and are knocked unconscious.
Okay.
As this thing, as you turn around to face this thing, it bites into the old man, and then the alpha actually pounces down onto your back, and this thing then bites at the back of your neck.
The Grasnoth is now unconscious.
This is gonna end up in a
no.
TK.
Oh no.
What are you talking about? The other half of the party hasn't taken a single hit.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's back to like 4v3.
The Alpha is looking pretty fucked up, by the way, guys.
Yep, I know. That's why I'm
It's
focusing
no.
on it as soon as.
Porosticks, you're up.
Okay. I will maneuver here. Right? I'm still adjacent to it.
Yep.
Yep.
I will that's
Thank
rack
you.
it with the
Thank
popple.
you. Thank you, Zaku. I love it.
You're welcome.
12.
Let me see.
That hit.
I need
No,
to-
no, that misses, actually.
You just
Damn.
barely miss.
Fuck! Oh, I'm so mad! I need one more.
Yeah,
Literally,
you were
yeah.
close, man. Yes.
Oh boy.
Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. I have no bonus actions, so I guess that's me. Cold dead face, 'cause he's already dead. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, Raznoth, you're up.
Alright, after almost murdering half the party, I finished the job. No, I don't. I'm gonna...
4 magic missiles are cold.
Fine.
I'll learn Fireball one day.
That's probably far enough. Maybe,
So I'm not gonna lie, Cam's probably getting a lot of pleasure seeing everybody else taking lingering injuries for once.
yes, it is much better than the previous. I'll move. That should keep me out of range of most of them. And I'm gonna be like, you know what? Worked last time. It'll work again. I'm gonna magic missile the alpha.
Okay.
I got that was only 1, 2, and 3.
2 more.
Alpha
Nice.
goes down as the head just explodes. How do you want to do it, actually, I should say?
Hey.
Yeah, I'll just, you know what? 2 of the missiles, like, impact either of the shoulders, because it's, is it pinning Gazrog, or it was, like, biting him or something? I don't know. Hits both of the shoulders and pushes him back, and the third one hits up in, like, into its mouth, up in its snout, and explodes.
Okay, you watch the creature's head just explode, falling down, collapsing down upon Grasnog. As you do so, the other 3 wargs look over at the vicious wizard that just killed their alpha. And they
He
stop.
becomes the alpha.
Yeah.
Do you wish to die as well?
I assume in Goblin.
Yes,
Sorry for that. My internet got cut.
Oh, shitty.
You know what else got cut?
So let me pull back up again. Did I miss anything yet?
Raznoth just killed the warg chief, or the warg alpha.
Thank God.
So, are you shouting this to them, or are you
Yes.
like approaching now?
Well, yeah, I've used most of my movement, so I'm just gonna shout it as loud as I can.
In which
Uh,
language?
I move like Goblin, of course. I move like 5 feet further because I think I
He's
still.
not dumb.
Alright.
Yeah.
The
I
funny
know.
thing is, Raznoth, they could have still reached you.
Alright.
In the meantime, I will go and stabilize Gazro
Alright.
and see if they attack me.
So,
They aren't attacking.
yeah, at Reznov, as you issue that command, you see that all the wargs start backing away from the group. Just kind of look at you. Nice. And just kind of go, we do not want to die. Kill Alpha.
Then I'll yell out, join the Horde. You will be fed and kept safe, and we will not kill you.
See the other 3 wargs look at each other. Heath, would you say that's an intimidate? Do you want this just to auto-succeed, or do you want to make that a persuasion or intimidation?
Given the fact that they killed the Alpha, and that was one of the requirements for the mission to succeed, because when you kill the Alpha, you become the Alpha.
Oh.
Alright, so we'll just look at you and go, Horde sounds good.
Very good.
Okay. By the way, just for the sake of flavor here, as Puro Stick stabilizes Gazrog, he flips the giant ogre over, and you just see the old man go, I ain't dead yet!
I will say these other 3 wargs start approaching Raznov and sit.
Okay.
Vex is going to go to Gaznoth and cast Spare the Dying. He's currently.
He's already spared.
Okay.
We had a natural 20 from Puro Stick's medicine.
Good.
To silence the old man, I take some of the meat inside my rib cage and just shove it in his mouth. I'm busy trying to stable.
You're just trying to like gnawing on it, but you know, like an old man chewing on a steak, it doesn't really work.
Oh, hold on! I actually do have a spell slot, so I'm going to cast Cure Wounds instead.
Oh, Muffin.
Okay.
So Vex is going to kneel beside him and look and like kind of smack him around. Okay, he's still passed out. Vex's hand begins to glow as he rests on Gazrog's head and says, "They have Belcog." And let's see what you get. Get 9 points of healing. Welcome back to the land of the living.
That's insensitive, but okay.
What?
Eyes open. Ugh. Pulls himself back onto one knee.
Welcome back to the land of the living there, Gazrog. That's your name, correct?
Good job,
I don't
guys.
remember.
Gazrog the Slaver.
That's it. I forgot. I'm sorry. And Vex is gonna turn around to see these wargs, just kind of circle them. They're on our side right now, right?
They listen to me now.
Oh, okay.
As I'm feeding them like the remaining meat.
Yeah, I guess I take off the top bit of my armor just so it's like, here you go, wargs. Here you go.
One of the more
like
less
Hoard
injured-
Sticks is just like administering that. Grabs just like sticks his hand in his ribcage and starts pulling the meat out.
The wargs eat it. Kind of still scared of what just happened, but definitely appreciative for the meal and happy not to be dead.
Quick question: could Vex try to skin the leader?
Roll me a nature check.
Okay. Okay. I wanted to get some hide armor or something like that because I wanted
I
to get it back.
suggest you do it after the wargs leave.
Okay, well, Vex was gonna at least take a paw, if that's all right.
Yeah, I was just gonna look over at the other wargs for any look of disdain or.
They're not exactly happy that Vex is standing over their alpha with a knife ready to skin it.
Gazrog's just gonna.
Hey, it's to show dominance. This little goblin's just gonna T-pose in front of them.
Why do I imagine the scene from Star Wars where you just cut it open and crawl inside for one?
God.
I mean, my old cloak is still covered in blood, so maybe this wouldn't be a bad idea.
He just
Gazrog.
dyed it red.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gazrog's just gonna swing his cleaver down and like in between you and the alpha.
After
Okay. And then just Vex is gonna just go and hide behind, like, between Cole and Quill.
Okay.
Quill is not looking great right now.
If
Yeah,
you're
why?
strong enough, we could bring that to Gurulema.
Most
Okay.
most appropriately, his arm. Oh. I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be doing angles like that.
Yeah. He's either grown a second elbow or it's broken.
I
could
try
actually
and
maybe-
mimic the arms, and I'm like, I don't think so. Yeah, it's supposed to be like this.
Quill, do you want me to give a quick look over it? Like, give a medicine check? You know, just make into it.
Orthix already did that.
Fine, just make it quick.
Oh,
I mean, it's
Vex
broken,
is-
right? So
No, you did that.
He's
for,
gonna quickly take off his cloak and fashion a sling for his arm, at least.
Yeah, D-Rep, you did that for
For
Raz-
Gazrog, yeah.
So
okay.
roll me a
Not
medicine check.
not to
Medicine check. Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
Oh, God. So you kind of grab his arm and you put in a sling. You don't do a very good job as Quill. You feel your arm go crack.
Can I correct
Now
this?
you have 2 breaks.
I
Can I
mean,
correct this, Lee?
I mean, maybe if we're gonna head back into camp and actually get the magical stuff happen, there's probably someone in camp. who can do
Let's
that.
just take what we got and get out of here.
Vex like, I'm sorry.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
Right.
We're at half a day from
I
camp,
got
right?
this.
Yeah, you guys are about a half a day from camp.
I will drag the alpha thing. The alpha body.
Yeah, go.
You'll be going at a pretty slow speed because that alpha's pretty damn heavy.
Frog assist.
I guess we could also just chop it up and shove it in my ribcage again. Some of it.
I want to preserve it, actually. I want to make a hide armor out of it or something.
Oh, very well. Guess I drag it.
I mean, we could just roll it.
Gazrog is helping.
Yeah, if
All
two
right,
of you
I'll
could pick
help
it up
with it.
and carry it with Poro Sticks and Gazrog, you'd just be able to carry it. Unfortunately, Quill is incapable of assisting
Quill's
with a
broken,
broken
yeah.
arm.
Yep.
Yeah, he'll use pinky strength.
Just hop on one leg and carry by via leg.
You're right.
We make our way back to camp, and I turn to the logs. You 3, make sure there are no predators in the area.
They kind of agree to go as you guys make your way back to camp. You get back to camp. It is definitely now late at night, as you get back at probably like 3 o'clock in the morning. With the fire of the camp, though, kind of lit up to give illumination, you guys make your way with your dark visions, finally moving back in towards home, as you once again enter the orc camp.
Oh, thank God that's over.
You lot, take Quill to get checked. Get him some healing. I will go to Walkmaster Jimmy.
Sounds like a plan. Main tent
Hey.
then.
Cole, do you have any more healing, would you?
No, I'm tapped. I would if I could. If anything, just glad I woke up in time to get him back up. Thanks to you.
Yeah, you...
I think I heard your voice. Yeah.
Well, it looks like you guys are about to get your absolute reamed in there.
It's kind of terrifying. Yeah, I might have it, and I may not want to look at the wall for a while.
Okay. That's understandable. Anyway, come on, Quill, let's get you inside and resting, at least.
That was my mistake.
It wasn't yours. I agreed to split the party.
No, I should have known that. They would be intelligent enough
We should...
to be close enough to their tracks.
Well, we're all alive, and thankfully we'll get you fixed up and ready for whatever is next. Probably that farm or something. Either way, let's get you rest up.
Gazrog's gonna place his hand on Quill's shoulder and in Orcish say,
Blaming yourself leads to weakness.
He will look up over towards them. And even though his face will turn from something to tense to that of neutral, he shakes his head and just says and replies with,
No. It leads to correction.
but he will nod afterwards, though, appreciatively at his words before being led wherever.
Okay, so you guys are going into the tent, you said?
Yeah.
Do you want to do Raznoth and War Master Jimmy first, or the main tent?
We'll do Raznoth and War Master Jimmy, because imagine that won't be too long.
Yeah. So before I even move anywhere, if I take the wargs to a spot where there's no one around.
I didn't mean to be racist, Porus. I'm sorry.
Turn to them.
Or alivist. I don't know. What's a Tom?
I take no
Living.
offense.
Mortal.
Mortalist.
Mortalist.
That's it.
That is the
This
neutral
is the
term.
Hoard. You listen to commands given to you, but you remember, my commands come first. And then, once I've said that to them, I'll take them to Wargmaster Jimmy.
Roll me an intimidation check.
Okay, can I have advantage for being the alpha?
Heath?
I'll say just a lower DC.
Okay. Hopefully this goes well. Nope.
Oh.
As do you for all intimidation checks.
They seem attentive in the moment.
Yeah. Well, I'll accept it. I can't do much else at the moment. And I'll take them to Wargmaster Jimmy. 3 wargs. A successful mission since I was there.
Not bad. You're, mighty, skillful, it seems, at wrangling wolves. No alpha?
I killed the alpha.
One way to do it. Alright, not bad. Hey, you didn't go with them initially.
I missed that. You're like really quiet all of a sudden.
Hey, you didn't go with them initially, did you?
I did not. Once I found them, they had quite clearly not been successful.
Well, it seems like you will thank for getting me some new walks. I'll bring
It
them in,
would
don't
seem
worry.
that way. Very well.
I'll let the chief know.
I appreciate that. Good luck with them.
The wolves. I can break them in.
I'll head off back to the tent.
Okay, so as you guys enter the war chief's tent, you got Raznoth. You're a little bit behind, so you're not in there immediately. But as the rest of you enter the tent to the war chief, you get looks at as the all of them look over at you. Brugo, Flesh Reaper, and the others goes,
So, you have returned after a few days. And what have you brought Brugo and the Hoard?
War chief. And Vex kind of just gives a polite bow as he kind of just nimbly walks between Quill's legs.
With all 3 of them. And they're with Jimmy now. And yeah. That's where we go.
So all of you have succeeded in a mission to bring strength to the Horde. Funny though, I thought when you left you said you go for slaves.
We
Hordes are slaves now.
yeah. And we got a little sidetracked. Found them, you know.
Burrow raises his hand.
Gazrog, I know you were not there with them earlier, but they were after human slaves. We will eventually bring more human slaves. As always, Gazrog, You one of my best. Ah, yes, Emperor Flicker.
If I may.
Of
Father
course.
Six. Full report, please.
I tell everything.
Oh no.
Damn it, Porus.
By the way, I will say, as you continue telling your story, you notice that the fire in the room just gets more and more intense and brighter, and you can start seeing just little flicks of embers coming off of Ember Flicker's staff.
I will mention that even in the time that Porstix had collapsed, Quill will fill him in on the extra details.
Cole is just fanning himself because it didn't get hotter in here.
Don't die.
As you
That's
do
like
so, they
steps
look
away.
over at you, Quill, and go,
So, not exactly glowing report. The whole beating back by mere farmers and children. Not look too good, yes?
It doesn't, and it won't happen again.
See that it doesn't.
as he looks at you, kind of gasping for air and in a sling.
You look worse for wear, Quill.
I know how it goes. The weak get left behind, and I'm not weak.
Fair enough. In any case, you still have work to do to serve the Hoard. Azdaraz, if you would.
Of course, my chieftain. And Azrael kind of graces your arm gently with hers as she goes, "Oh, the big strong one is hurt." And as
Cries.
she does so,
You're fucking watching.
yeah, you feel your arm reform itself as she got exactly 10 HP to heal you
That's
with her.
fucking hilarious. Quill just lets out a small grunt before kind of like clenching and unclenching his hand, and he just gives a rather almost a bit of a bow, a low bow of his head as he just
Thank you very much.
Oh, it is okay. You big and muscly, but you seem to have a good head on your shoulder. And what about you, pretty one? And she just kind of taps your chin, Cole, like that little, like, doot under thing.
The flames in the room grow slightly brighter and
very
And you get another 7 hit points to you.
God, he just like again, as he always does, tilts his head up to the little scritchies that he gets on edge and just you.
Best Scritchies
Thank
ever
you
says
very
it heals your body.
He'll like take her hand and give her like a little smooch on her knuckles in return. It's just thank you very much, mate.
Al says at this exact moment, Raznoff walks in.
My chieftain, if I may suggest,
What is it, Emperor Flicker?
it seems this party has a, shall we say, less attentive track record when they are lacking a, shall we say, more scholarly leader. May I recommend a promotion to one of them?
They have strengthened the Hoard enough. They, of course, are free to determine who should lead them. Of course, if the term goes, I gave them the use of Gazdrog in order to help guide their efforts, though I do admit, Emperor Flicker, Raznoff also seems very capable of late.
It was going to be my suggestion, my chieftain.
I will bring glory and honor to the Hoard.
Yes, as always, my friend, you do. In any case, I have a new mission for your group, one that I hope you will not.
And he specifically looks at Cole, Vex, and Quill when he looks at this. He goes,
make mistakes on. We have word of a place we can do trade with some of the smooth skins that are willing to, say, buy loyalty for the Hoard.
Right.
There is a
Oh. What kind of... So we're doing a little bartering? Or something?
Oh, shut the fuck up.
He's looking at me. I'm just asking a question, so then I can get a little.
I might listen to the smart one.
In any case, the fact
Just a little.
you just hear, "It's okay, pretty one. You can speak to me later." Tap tap tap.
You, my darling.
Brugo looks at.
You would speak to only her.
As Brugo looks about, he goes, "There is a group of smooth-skinned bandits very near here, about day's journey to north. You will go meet these humans. They are willing to trade supplies, goods, and perhaps items for the shiny metal the mortals call gold. Worthless things for the strong, but they seem to like the sparkle."
Vex kind of just perks up a little bit and he says, "Gold? Gold?
Oh yeah, gold. Kind of useless, but I like it a lot.
You have gold?
He
How
looks
much?"
over. He looks at you, Vex, and gives you that very dark stare.
Can I roll a wisdom to see if I get fearful?
Sure, we'll make this contested against his intimidation.
No, never mind. We don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah, even a nat 1, he'd fucking still beat that. You are shitting your pants as he's like. Just to flavor this, when you do it, you just see his the hammer on his hand that he pulls out start swirling with that black energy you saw disintegrate the Minotaur from the inside out. And he just breathes out with this kind of smoke from his nose.
I'm sorry.
must not be thinking about taking such things. These are for the Hoard and the Hoard alone.
I know. I'm sorry. Vex kind of just puts his hand over his head and just prepares if there's any blow that's coming.
I am curious as to what his intimidation would be.
Please be natural 20. Please be natural 20.
No, but it was a 14, so well above you. Like,
if I catch him thinking of such things, I assure you I will deal with him.
That is good. All of you are, remember, use of the Hoard. You are not here for the worthless metals of the smooth skins. You are here to serve and make us stronger. Do not forget that. Gazrog, I give you permission. If the little one so much as takes a single coin from the chest we are to give you, tear him in half.
I will.
eh? Who's gonna do what now?
If I may ask a question, War Chief, is there anything in particular you wish us to barter for?
At the moment, the chest we are giving them is more of show of faith. They have a few potions of healing they will be delivering to us this time.
Chieftain.
Yes, Quill.
Are we absolutely sure that they don't have any unforeseen fidelity towards their own kind?
To be honest, we cannot be certain of this.
And he turns over and smiles at all of you.
That is why we are sending you. If you die, then the world moves on.
If they cheat us, we kill them.
Raises his hand.
If they do cheat you, feel free to do what you think best. But be warned, they best do something worth killing over. It is difficult to find trading partners amongst the smooth skins. Expect the prices to be high.
Understood.
Poor sticks.
Yes, master.
Stay with them a while longer. Will you?
Very well. Do a bow.
Either way, we will return with the healing potions. And in case things go unexpected, healing potions and more food for the Horde.
Very good. Do this in the morning. You all look like walk shit. And I do not wish you to be looking the worst for this journey. Heal up and leave first at light.
Understood.
Okay. And with that, he goes, "Huh!" and dismisses all of you.
I walk towards Ember Flicker after we get dismissed.
I will say, though,
Okay.
Cole, as you turn around to leave, you do feel a slap on your ass.
He just does a little whoop, and he just
And across
See
the
you
room,
there.
you hear Raznoth go.
Cole just like as he's sauntering away, very much just kind of waving his hips about as he goes out.
As everyone's
I-
turning around, Parthasix, you would see, but you can see just sort of the look of like contemplation as there just smoke and fire started to come from Ember Flicker's hand.
His eyes also burn bright, as if like
As-
echoing off of what your mood. I've only met Raznoth and Gazrog, truly, but am I right to assume that I should listen to them, like Quill and Vex?
Certainly take heed of Rasnol's commands. He seems smart, and I like him. And blanking on his name real quick. Grasnol. He is loyal to the Horde. His commands shall be heeded as well. Thank you for your report. You've done well.
Thanks.
Just before that conversation actually happened, Raznoth will be the last, other than Porostix, to leave the tent. And over his shoulder, he'll just call, I am very impressed by Porostix's performance. Perhaps I will need to ask you to show me how to do it one day.
Do well in this mission, and I just might.
He'll give you a nod and duck out of the tent.
Okay.
6. Nope. Report back to me on their actions.
He nods.
Dismissed.
The eyes kind of burn. And then I turn, wordless, and walk away. I follow Raznoth.
Okay. As you guys follow off Raznoth, you guys set your camp up for the night tonight, and we are going to take a 10-minute break here, guys. And take the 10-minute break also to go up to level 2.
Yay!
Finally, a gift.
Was mostly a shit show, wasn't it? Sort of. And turned out fine. Almost died. That's fucking scary to think about.
See, now that is the part where it did not turn out fine. You didn't die.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was getting really bloodied and clearly, like, does not understand the notion behind what he just said. Just like, I almost died, I on my leg, got like, I feel like that teeth, you know, they're, and he kind of lifts up his leg, you know, the teeth really sink in. It's
I
fucking
need you
huge.
to know how much vitriol I hold in my heart for you.
Porostix kind of like turns towards Raznoth and nods like in a way like I can do it if you want.
Cole is just squinting and like he scoots up next to him, just like, wait, petroleum? What?
If we're going to learn to work together, we can at least build up a sense of trust for one another as well. This antagonization, while it definitely makes travels less uneventful, it's not beneficial to anyone.
I'm just hanging around here trying to figure out what you call again? Vaseline?
I have a constructive suggestion. We should split the party. Cole can go that way. The rest of us can go that way.
Where's Cole going?
Jeez. Yeah, Razzie, where am I going?
The scouting party. Make sure that I know dangerous threats.
Isn't scouting usually someone that goes ahead first and then reports back? I mean, we're going in the complete opposite direction.
Rasnoth, you study, right? You know more than others the fruits of patience and what they bring. More appropriately,
I have done my reading.
He looks over towards Cole.
then surely you can practice tolerance as well.
I have been practicing.
Wait!
A slave is useless, dead.
No. I just got it.
He has not been stabbed yet.
Wait, who's being stabbed?
The flag glints in the sunlight.
It also speaks in Morse code.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
me and the
wait,
flag.
wait,
They're two
wait.
characters.
You took on the part because you don't want me to be here? What? Well, so you don't like me? I mean, again, you usually banter with me and all that, but wait, you don't like me?
I do not like you in the slightest.
Yeah, but why?
Because you are you.
He just kind of rolls his hands.
4-6 jaw slackens like, oh, come on!
I'm sorry.
I love the fact that every single emotion that he has is implied, but not able to actually be drawn out.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
He should get into interpretive dance.
We
God.
should start.
Hey, Cole will just kind of confusedly look at Quill, just like, what? Well, neither of them telling me. I don't get it. Why?
People can
This is
dislike
taking
others.
too long.
People can dislike others for all sorts of reasons. I hope that despite with the fact that we're all within the same group, eventually you might get over your differences with one another.
I mean, I like you, Razzie. I don't know why you like me. I'm just being myself, and apparently that's...
For starters, Cole. Sorry. Right. For starters, Cole, you could start by calling him by his actual name. You may not have noticed, but his eyebrow twitches every single time you use something different.
I missed the eyebrows, but yes.
Aren't you with the twangy objects usually good with people?
I mean, yeah, but, you know, I figured since we're all co-workers here, and, like, Raz, no, right? If you didn't like me using other nicknames, you could have just told me.
I did.
Did you?
It was the first thing I told you. You called me by a nick today.
Deadass, I think that was literally the first thing he fucking said to him.
Just like, thinking about it, it's just like, huh? Ah, shit. Well, sorry. I won't do it again then. We good then? He puts his hand out. Waits.
He stares at your hand. We should get moving.
And I wasn't finished. The other thing is that while you can tell him to be quieter, it is admittedly ill-advised to tell a bard to stop making sound. It would be handy for you to either attain some cotton to block it out, or some other means.
Perhaps I will learn a spell, achieve the same effect.
I mean, is there songs that you just don't like? I know not everybody likes certain kinds of music. I just like making music, so...
Don't play the one that goes twing twang twong.
Well, that's not exactly very helpful, because my music sounds better than that. Tell me your favorite song. I'll play it for you.
Silence.
I like that one.
I don't know how it goes.
Can you play the screaming of slaves?
Actually, you know...
No, not you.
I did have a song that I made for the Hoard, but I mean, if you don't want to listen to it, and just kind of sad and puts his foot down.
Why are we still wasting time?
Maybe we're just walking.
Gazrock's still walking.
Okay.
As we're walking, Izora Vex climbs onto the back of Grazrock's back and climbs onto the cage where the human resides.
What are you doing?
I'm just curious. Haven't really seen a human up close, especially one so fragile.
This one's name is Holy Meat.
Holy meat.
I can't help it. You just hear the voice look up at you. It's Tim, actually.
Holy Meat!
I don't know, Timmy has a nice ring to it, but I mean, holy meat if you like.
He looks a bit delirious, don't you think? Well,
Probably
actually,
lack of water.
yeah, probably. I don't
Pulls
really
out a
care.
whiskey and like just kind of shoves it in his mouth. Drink.
Oh my god. Which
Will
you
it be
find?
one about the stable manners?
Where did you find this this magnificent specimen?
No.
Captured him
I
on a
think-
raid
But where?
along the way
Away from where? Like,
from the mountain,
the
the valley.
Fair enough. Vex is gonna just like pull out one of his. He's gonna pull like one of his crossbow bolts, flip it on the other side so it's on the blunt end, and just kind of poke it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
That the influenza.
He has corona.
Oh no. Haha, jokes on you. Haha, immune to corona.
Old man single-handedly ends the horde.
Coronavirus spreads rapidly.
This is what I'm not want.
Vex is gonna cast Detect Poison Disease as a ritual spell.
Quick social distancing. Cole, go over there.
Over there.
You cast you cast the spell upon him.
As a ritual, obviously.
As a ritual, it takes 10 minutes. As you cast, as you keep walking, and you discover that he's got a bladder infection.
Yeah. Not that I have any affinity for humans, but this one seems a bit useful for you, Gazrog. You might want to get him checked up before he passes away. That bladder infection could be quite nasty. Also, probably makes him
Infection.
smell. He probably smells a lot worse.
Looks down.
Holy Meat, heal yourself.
I think it's going to take a little bit higher than.
As his hands are
just
like
a-
this, he's like, trying to touch himself with his fingers. Like,
Use your legs.
As you watch him kind of semi-heal his body. You do one thing notice, guys. He's literally been attached to him for like 2 days now. He's just covered in piss and shit because he's got nowhere else to go.
No. Hey, you might want to clean that one up a bit. I mean, like.
I mean, I could create destroy water, but I don't know. Just something to get rid of all this muck.
Just realized that's what I've been smelling all this time. It's fucking. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't smell it.
You don't smell it, and I mean, I used to be nose blind to it because I also had to get rid of human shit and stuff. That was one of my punishments. Ugh, what a good time. But trust me, yeah, if Stixie here, sorry, did you want to be called Stixie? Porous.
Raznoff.
Porous. If you want to be.
Raznoff moves like a further 30 feet away. Like the group's walking forwards and he moves like off to the right. Like
it's just a repelling energy. Wherever Corbin is,
Raz just falls into a pit by accident.
So what you're saying is that if they're magnetic, one of these days those poles will shift.
It's waiting. The forbidden love story between two hobgoblins who hated each other. Enemies turned to lovers, guys.
And they were roommates.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
I actually more imagine this like the hobgoblin version of the Odd Couple.
Y'all are all doing this. The only thing that's gonna try my knife stomach.
Listen, that's called non-consensual stabbing. Non-consensual enough play, that's called stabbing. That's the word.
I don't.
Anyways,
Porous. What kind of stabbing is consensual?
I mean, there's the one where you take the person who has the dongle.
I think you're giving too much information. Just saying. I mean, Cole, sorry.
So, one more time, big guy, I missed it.
Raznoff was right, we ought to get moving forward.
Were we not walking and talking at the same time?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, guys, he might want to just... I might have a spell once we get back to camp, but, you might want to get him checked out for that disease. I don't think that healing's gonna take care of it.
He can lay on hands and cure disease, I believe.
Cure disease is a later paladin spell. I mean,
it's
paladin.
Lay on hands can.
Yeah, if you put 5.
Really? I don't.
Yep. That's something lay on hands can do.
Okay, never mind.
So did he neutralize his infection?
That's what I'm wondering if it does, like if it cures disease.
It does.
Is
I'm playing a paladin in my other game.
Okay.
That is up to you.
Yeah, you can. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, Vex is just gonna hop off then and continue walking like normal instead of.
Gazro's gonna look down.
Hey, follow me. When you need a shit or piss, tell me.
Oh, okay. Looks about. Is it time yet?
Gazro's gonna like walk off it to like one of the bushes.
Just here. I think I'm ready now.
I'm glad that's over. Yeah.
Why do they have to be gross like that?
Cole, I would prefer porous sticks, but porous is okay.
I mean, if you prefer porous sticks, alright, I'll call you porous sticks. You know, I forgot what I was gonna say. We kind of jumped off this here.
The ideal situation.
Come on,
Okay.
Raznoff. We can be friends here. Come on. Don't you have a favorite tune? I mean, aside from Silence. Song of Silence, I'm pretty sure that's a song.
Have you ever played Sound of Silence?
No. I've just played little ditties, a bunch of weird stories told of the heroes of the humans, shit like that. You know, they love to hear about themselves and all that. I mean, I won't say the reports. You know what I mean.
Quill?
You make out of tune screaming.
I actually,
Maybe.
as Cole asked me that, can I just randomly in my book, can I have some sheet music that I hand him?
Sure, why not?
I hand you sheet music for the song 4 minutes 33 seconds.
Hold on, I need to look that up because I don't know.
Is that actually a song?
It is a real song.
Can you
Let's
like
go
it?
4 minutes 43 seconds.
Yep, that's its name.
33 seconds.
By Johnny
That's a
Cage.
Johnny Cage, huh?
Oh. Ukulele chords.
I've seen this. I've seen this.
I mean, I'd play it, but it'd be on the recording, so I'll have to wait till after to check it out.
Oh, you
it's
can play it on the recording.
Guys, they played it in the wrong key.
Oh, did they? I can't tell. I've seen only this video before.
So,
Played it in
anyways,
the wrong fucking key. I can't believe it. Wow.
as you
A
guys,
terrible band.
So, Cole, are you actually gonna play that music? 'Cause-
First, I want to see what the fuck this is. If someone can
It
link
is-
me, is this a meme or like an actual thing? I
it's
actually
an
don't
actual
know.
It is a real song.
Okay.
A song with no sound.
Here, I'll link it.
Is it literally
So basically,
There we
handing
go.
it to you, handing it to you, handing it to you, Cole. You would just see lines, but you would not see notes.
No, it is actually no. There are notes, but
There
every
are
note is a
notes.
rest. Every note is a rest.
Yes.
Yes. God, actually, that is a good question. Heath, would Cole have learned how to read from his background? Would Sundosa be so kind to give him that? Or
well,
would he just
you
be
would
like,
know how
"Fuck
to
you"?
read sheet music, I'd say, due to the fact that you are a bard.
Okay.
Whether or not I mean, your reading comprehension's kind of like, grade schooler, though.
Okay. Cool.
Due to your,
but
due
okay,
to
so
your
let's-
7 int, but you're capable of reading, but you kind of have to keep your finger on it, and big words have to be broken up.
big word's gonna be broken down. All right, so he gets the sheet music, and he actually, for once, he doesn't grin, but he just kind of like, oh, cool, and he smiles and he stares at it. Wait, those are all rests. I mean,
Yes.
oh,
you're playing it right now.
You're funny. I like you again. That's a good joke. You know what? Can I make a copy of this? I'm keeping this one. You know, the next shitty fucking human that wants to hear a song from me and they try to kick me in the ass while doing so. I'm gonna give them this. Yeah, it's good. I like it. But give me another song.
Play that now.
My real question is why you had that on your person to begin with.
Yeah.
Prepared for many situations.
Okay.
He's a Boy Scout.
He hands it back to him though, just so he has it.
Hey, Vex.
What's up?
I meant to say it before, but that I recognized it, your magic, when I was down, I believe.
Or was it? No, Vex healed. Right. No, I have to be thinking Gazrog actually.
Yeah, sorry. I healed
you-
as Cole, I think. No,
Yeah,
wait.
no.
Yeah,
I
Vex
healed someone
Cole.
else too.
Yeah, Vex healed
I healed-
Cole,
I healed a second
Cole
person.
healed Quill, and then he healed Gazra. Yeah.
And then I healed Gazraka, that's right.
Gazrog.
I healed. Sorry.
And I unhealed the warg.
Fuck. Gazrog. for last time, allow me to do something that can actually make it right. If you allow me to take your human the next time, I'll make sure that I wash him.
Very well.
Am I crazy or did that big old muscly nurse offer me a sponge bath?
Shit. I'm thinking about something.
Oh, you hear that, Quill? You're a nurse now.
Okay, I have to make the fucking god damn it. 1 damn minute. God.
By the way, Storm, thank you
Hold
very
on.
much for giving me an NPC to travel with the party.
He's so good.
We'll just gives a slow blink at the comment.
I'm just like picturing now, just like the old man. He has like withered hair, like he's bald in the middle, and when he blinks one eye at a time.
No, you're like, but like constantly, like.
Like
doing a
one
thing with,
eye
like,
just
without the
doesn't
teeth.
function. He can only function one eye at a time.
He is literally batshit crazy. You've gathered so far. Okay.
I just look at the. Do I feel any remorse or pity to the human? Or am I dead inside?
You're
Tell
dead
you
outside.
what.
Outside and but I just inside.
Let's make this interesting, Porosticks. Let's roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oof.
Oh dear.
Okay. You don't know what it is. Something about you. You don't know why or where or how, but there's something about that old man. You don't know what it is. Just something odd about him.
He's also really skinny, so he can see the skeleton. He's leveling.
He walks and
Perhaps-
just glares at the old man, trying to scan for anything at all, aside from him with the weird rantings. I'm like,
These emotions, they must be some form of magic.
Maybe we just gotta put the skeleton inside the man and see what happens.
I can't
One
help
day
it.
I'll
As
be a
you,
real boy.
I can't help this, but as Porosticks, as you're kind of glaring at the old man just looks at you with those dead eyes and goes, "You gotta eat more, Sonny. You're all skin and bones." Looks
I
closer.
think this guy is actually. I think this
you
guy's
should
my
take
new
your
favorite
own
character.
advice.
Oh, poor Sticks, I think he likes you.
Just snaps his head towards Cole, like, fucking what?
You also love the old man kind of
No!
looks at you, kind of tilts his head.
Hmm.
See, he's checking it out. See, right? You like him, right? The holy meat. He's got a lot, right?
Could you go? Ah.
No, you're just supposed to open your jaw like this. Ah. Just trying to look
I
at
will
your
try.
teeth, I think.
I will try and, as I open my mouth, I try and replicate 1,000 different soul screams.
Sure, roll me a performance check.
Oh, it's happened, and I took away my.
You kind of give it like a this normal scream, like yeah,
It's the Skeletor scream.
yeah. He-Man.
I just like how we all did that.
So we all knew. We were all thinking it, man.
Maybe Cortex is just Skeletor.
Without the muscles.
When he fails, he becomes.
Oh my god!
becomes
New concept for a
fucking
character:
Undertale.
Skeleton Barbarian. It's just Skeletor.
I leave, and then I go to Razzle and say, I don't like him. There's something off.
Ooh, gold.
That and the meat. There.
Well, seems pretty inconsequential to me.
Hmm.
He's clearly lost his mind.
Yeah.
He is weird for sure, but he's also being carried by a big fucking ogre.
I mean, I can't say from a bit of experience that if you're held in a cage after a while, you start to lose a little bit of your mind. It's not fun.
I have noticed.
Did you lose some coal? Is that what you were implying?
Did I leave some coals?
No,
Wait.
your mind in the cage.
Yeah. Lost a few brain cells, lost a bit of sanity, lost a bit of, liking of life in general. But you get over it once you get out, mostly.
Lost the majority of his cognition abilities.
I have some of it left. See, I could read them. I could read the music sheets. I could sing songs. I could still write my own songs, and I still learned a bit of magic despite being in a cage for a while. Right?
That is what majority means.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. As you guys are continuing forward, having your conversation, who's leading this?
Quill did before, so
So Quill, Quill, as you and
actually, Quill and Vex. Actually, come on,
What?
they've become the tracking team.
Wait,
Really.
hold on. Quill and Vex.
Quill and
Quill and Vex, as you two are moving forward, in this whole
Well, no, you
journey.
can say no. I don't want to.
No.
Pull you forward. Okay.
I know. I'm just curious. I'm like, why am I like a leader in this?
No, it's
Tracking
because
buddies.
tracking buddies. Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just like soon just Vex is just gonna be on your shoulders, like, all right,
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah, as you guys keep moving along, you guys are basically following a map, so you know the general location.
All right. Did we say anything, or?
As you keep going, it seems like you guys are just wandering through the forest. Everything's fine, it seems. Then, all of a sudden, as you two are in the front, I would like both of you to make me dexterity saving throws.
In the arms.
Damn it!
Oh
Can I-
dear.
Is it against something that I can see?
I
No.
don't know if it hits that.
Okay.
I think it might just hit. Theorem.
Well,
Oh.
Okay, so the three of you in the front, all of a sudden, talking, chattering, having a good time, all of a sudden you feel your feet go, and you fall 20 feet down this massive pit, cracking into the ground.
With how barbarians are and how they're instinctual, can I say that he maybe dragged his axe into the wall?
Unfortunately, it was a bit of an extreme. That's what the dex save was for. The dex save was you avoiding the fall.
Can I use the power shield?
Vex just goes, ah! Just,
Oh my god, it rolled max damage. You all take 12.
oh.
Why? Why?
Just like security cameras, modern security cameras, when I see a Russian movement, I immediately press record as they fall.
So the three
You're
of
out
you
there
take
tracking down.
12 damage each. You boom, 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 fall as hard as you can, and you just hear from the underneath of the ground. The rest of you go, "I'm not dead yet."
Good job, Holly, mate. You're all right.
The tower shield and use it as like a stop. Like
Again,
landed
the
on
dex
my
save
foot,
was for you
weird.
guys to survive the fall, guys. You failed your dex saves.
Oh.
Also,
I
by the
will
way,
help.
Storm, you're really quiet.
sorry.
I will help them climb up with my.
Before that happens, as the
Oh,
three of them
sorry.
smack it to the ground. One moment, I have to change the music.
You couldn't have saved this for next session.
This is where we're ending the session, guys. I have to end it here.
I hate it.
Or
here.
6 does the thriller.
You hear a voice coming out from the distant forest. This jolly laugh of a man going,
Ho 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 ho! It would seem that I have captured the mighty orcs that have been ravaging the countryside! And emerging in this billowing cape, in full-blown plate mail, silver long hair and a fine moustache, you see a man standing up there in a heroic pose, silver-aged, probably in his 50s or 60s, standing about as he goes, "Ha ha! You silly orcs and goblins have now met your match, as you now face the great." And you gotta listen to the name, guys. As you now all face the great, the renowned, the mighty Conan Fuder!
Is it safe to say that while this was all happening, they were all already shooting things at him?
Yeah.
God.
As
Can you
this man
spell his
appears.
name? God. I love it.
Oh, and he has the Bahamut symbol too. I love it.
Poor Sticks rattles in conflicted emotion.
Rattles menacingly.
Around him, you also see 6 men with spears emerging, kind of tribal outfits coming about. And next to him, you see this very attractive, lanky wood elf who's got these, like, eye rolls of what's going on as Conan Fuder goes, as you see this wood elf standing next to him.
I already know that they're the one who just carries the entire fucking operation. This is the base. They do everything.
It has
They're
Conan.
the Raznoth, I
And
see.
for your guys' sake, this is the spelling of his name.
Conan Fudar.
I'm trying because I know this is a fucking pun because it's from Heath, but I don't know what the reference is.
Say it in a French accent, Zaku.
Conan Fuda.
Can of food.
Cannon fodder.
Can
Yes,
fodder.
it's cannon
What
Oh.
Man, that is some cruel parenting.
Please tell me the other one's name, so like I need to know if they're also.
Nady is the other one that's got a pun name. Her name is Nady Softshade.
All right. Throwing soft shade at Conan Futar.
And his 6 guards. And as he looks over at you, the billowing cape, him in a heroic pose, the rest of you look about, confused, bewildered, and know what the fuck is happening. And as it goes, blackout. And that's where we're ending it tonight, guys.
God.
I